Masters of the Metaverse, masters of the Metaverse. They travel through time and space and stuff. Troll them, re-roll them, throw them above. They fly through dimensions, this isn't a bluff. Heroes compelled, they have no choice. Bound by the winds of a secret voice. Masters of the Metaverse, masters of the Metaverse. Masters of the Metaverse, masters of the Metaverse.
Hey everybody, it's Monday evening, 6 p.m. We are so glad that you are here with us. Huge thank you to Kelly Fuson for that those words that you gave us at the start about Memorial Day. Very heartfelt, and thank you for that.
Thank you.
And well, actually, you know, as I just moved this right now, a toast, shall we?
Yeah.
To Memorial Day, to all that it means,
Hats
and
off.
to everyone who made this possible. For those of us in the States, for those of you who are international, I'm sure there's often an equivalent elsewhere. So,
Thank you.
we thank you. I will confess that we didn't grab a bunch of champagne to be tacky, if that seemed that way for you. Hopefully it didn't. But it's also Sarah and my anniversary, so.
Yay!
Now that one deserves a toast.
Happy anniversary!
If I drink it all, can I have some more?
Yeah, that's why you.
Yeah, that's
there's
why
a
you
bottle on
got.
your
I got a
table.
bottle for each table.
Thank you.
Never
I'm
had
also hoping this way you
Starburst
might be
flavored
distracted
Shush.
during the show and all.
Not gonna happen.
It was smart of you to put James and I at separate tables, as we are the equal amount of lush.
I was thinking about that strategically.
The king is very pleased with the placement of the bottle.
Fantastic, fantastic. Sure, honey, I love you to 13 years
Oh,
together.
thanks, Pookie. I love you
It's
too.
been
That's so
wonderful.
cute.
I'm gonna cry.
Oh, that was nothing you should see what I wrote on Facebook. It was sweet.
I did already
I
cry
got
at
all the
that.
hubby points. It was awesome.
Sarah just reminded me
That
before
sounded wrong also.
Sarah just reminded me before the show that aside from the two of them, I was the only one who was actually at the wedding
Yeah.
wearing the same thing.
That's
yes.
right.
Mhm.
I
Wearing a bear costume?
Yeah, he was. He
It,
was.
I don't like to. They were dark years.
We didn't call it a costume at the time. We just called it Matt. It was, you know,
Very dark years.
He still wrote in his diary.
I know all about that.
So it was stealth bear then.
Lots of writing
Still
there going
so,
on.
so some announcements on behalf of Hyper to make sure you guys are aware of. Well, hi, it's Hyper RPG. We didn't say that bit.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi.
Monday night, 6 p.m. Master of the Metaverse here on Hyper RPG, the hyperactive, interactive, community-driven Twitch channel. For you, by you, with you. Yay! Did that part. So there are these things called Humble Bundles, which are these collections of gifts and games and cool stuff that you can get. A mod is probably going to link it in chat right now to remind you that they exist. But these are awesome ways to support Hyper as well as to get yourself access to some really cool things that partner organizations and companies have helped put together. So thank you in advance to whichever mod puts the link in first. It won't be me because I forgot to bring my charger for my computer today. And please check out the Humble Bundle options. It's a fun combination of words.
Humble
to say.
bundle?
Humble Bundle.
Humble bundle.
Red leather, yellow leather?
Yeah, up until now, I've actually been avoiding being the one to say Humble Bundle because I knew I would stumble.
Stumble on Humble Bundle.
Stumble on
Oh,
humble
no. No.
No.
Sounds like something a Charles Dickens character would say. Oh, humble bundle.
No.
Very Dickensian of you. Also, there is a whole bunch of new Hyper merch that is dropping this week. A lot. My understanding is probably around 10 items per day, which is insane.
Cool.
Hashtag Know Your Role shirts are coming out. These are all about knowing kind of your how you fit into the gaming group. Maybe you're the GM, maybe you're the DM, maybe you're the bard, and you died a lot. That was a
We know.
joke for us, for the Zoe and DG.
I don't get it.
Go back to your diary, Bear. Maybe you're a street samurai. I believe there's a shirt with that on as well. So please check out those items through Amazon as well, because I know that is very helpful for the channel. There is a big giveaway with these new items going on Twitter. Hashtag Know Your Role. So please tag someone on Twitter with @hyper_RPG and hashtag Know Your Role, and tell us why they are a great bard or a great rogue or a great decker or Yeah.
Is know your role ROLE or ROLL?
It says ROLE.
Okay.
So know your role.
Because it could
within
be
the role
either.
playing.
Shut your
For the
mouth.
RPG.
It is a
Yeah.
delicious pun, you see.
I see.
on
But
many
that's,
levels.
that's why the spelling
Drinking
was
to
important.
many levels of punnery.
Ah, punnery.
yeah.
Already
punnery.
dehydrated with this.
You
soup.
asked for a double entendre and he
We're
gave
already
it to
asking
you.
for Metapilot and Avatar shirts, so we should ask.
I would like
them
some
too.
metal. Yeah, that'd be
I
fun.
think we-
That would be awesome.
That way people know, like,
Yeah.
whether we're where we are on
It
the
could have
slider.
on like on the slider on the shirt.
Just have your shirt here.
We
you
need
have a
sliders
pin
on the
that you
shirt that we can actually
across.
move.
It could have
Don't
like
actually
a
do that. That's lame.
no. It could have a
Don't wear
dual
those.
magnet,
That's true, yeah.
and it could be the magnet on the
There's a
bottom.
magnet strip and it goes along.
Or it could be one of the heat-sensitive ones. So in hotter weather, you're over here, and in colder weather, you're.
You're a discomfort.
Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, to the next
Thank you,
topic.
Mags.
You're welcome.
Also, we want to give a huge thanks to Blue Heron Games at blueherongames.com/nest for the nifty toys that we were given today.
Yeah, and these are just like prototypes, right?
I don't know.
Yes,
I don't know
they
if
are,
work.
because we talked about it while you were doing your
I thought they
camera.
were so awesome.
Nifty dice rolling. What are they called? Dice boxes. Dice
Yeah, they're
rolling.
called the
Masters
Nest.
of
This is
the
the
Universe
Nest
on
by
my
Blue Heron
birthday.
Games.
They also hold dip
Also,
and
happy anniversary.
You can find them at blueherongames.com/store.
blueherongames.com/nest.
Metapoint.
Maybe store too or /
Yep, and then at Blue Heron Games on
Cool.
Twitter.
Blue Heron Games. Because
And as-
now we look like we know what we're doing.
And as an
I
avid
want to
gamer,
drink to that.
I gotta tell you,
Blue
these
Heron
things.
Games.
belong-
Less dice falling off the table means more screen time for Chris.
That might have just killed all of our buffs and store purchases for the evening.
Don't be crazy. Chat loves you.
I appreciate that, chat, because they don't.
You
So
are the
it's-
lead kiss
We
boy on this show.
love
Does
you.
that mean he gets the most kisses?
That means he gets the most kisses.
Chris,
Yes.
may I have a kiss?
Afterwards.
We'll talk.
Wait,
about
We'll
hold
talk.
on,
Their
hold
anniversary,
on.
dude.
Where are my
it. It
kisses?
is their anniversary. I gotta kiss them.
Why am I not
It's
getting
only
Gotta kiss the girl.
customary.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Let me see how much champagne I have. Maybe
I mean, if you all are looking for a third,
You're my spirit
please have
animal.
some more. Please, can
So, following the show, I know that we haven't even started yet, but I'm supposed to tell you what's next. Following the show, there's a special 8-week run of Indomitable. This is the HeroClix game, which I am actually very excited about. I remember when we were in college and afterwards living with several of our friends, and they were really into HeroClix. Actually, Steve was one of those who was really into it. Stevie was, and Jesse.
I'm a big HeroClix fan
Steve
myself.
Payne was playing it all the time. You remember that? They were just, it was, yeah.
You keep saying was.
Like it stopped happening.
Well, we don't live in that house anymore.
Oh,
So-
okay.
So we're not
Yeah.
constantly
I've
exposed
got
to
like
it.
giant Ziploc bags full of old ones that are like the paint is so gone off them you can't even tell what
We've
heroes
all
they are
seen your
anymore.
That's the
Tumblr.
best because you can just make it up. You're like,
I'm sorry. I forgot you followed me.
But HeroClix, yes, is tonight at 9 p.m. here on Hyper RPG. So 8 weeks of hero clicking goodness. Those are the announcements that I have for you. Did them all.
So, Chris, you excited about your last night in the chair for a while?
I am really excited about next week. It's going to be fun to be a player. Playa.
Hey, Holmes.
The P is for pilot.
Was that offensive, James?
I don't know. I am not speaking on behalf of all blacks anymore, so I got in trouble last time.
Yeah.
Speaking on behalf of blacks.
They almost took away his toaster.
Yeah, we no longer meet at that phone booth outside.
I've missed you, James. I've missed you a lot. It might lead to our show getting canceled, but I've missed you. No, it's good. I am excited, Christian. Yeah, next week is going to be our first episode of a news story arc. So if you were catching the show a little bit late, and you feel like you're still trying to catch up,
Just hang in there.
yeah, hang in. Next week's going to be kind of another chance to start from scratch.
Yeah, if you've been trying to convince your friends to watch the show, next week is a great time to start watching the show.
It doesn't mean you should stop watching right now.
No, I mean,
Also, it means we're going somewhere new.
It does.
Yeah.
Space. Yes, magical space princesses.
I like
Which I can say because you already revealed that.
Yeah, magical
So-
space princesses.
Magical
What more
space
needs to be
princess.
said?
I'm so excited.
Christian is going to be GMing that, and Maggie and Maggie and Sarah, 13 years, just called you by the wrong name.
Yeah, you
That's
know.
great.
Best time to do it,
Sarah
It takes
are
time
going
to
to
work
be
up to
joined by Lisa and Vanessa and myself as the crew of Magical Space Princesses.
Chris will also be a princess.
Hey, whoa, that's not necessarily true.
Oh, okay.
We might let him do something awesome.
Not too many spoilers.
Oh, I'm
Like
gonna
you
drink.
strategically sat as far from her as you could.
Now he can't hit
Look at
me.
her in that dress today. Of course, you sat me as far away as possible.
know,
I want to just reach over there and
Do you
like.
remember what I said?
I can't believe you said
Something
me
about
next to her.
something about summertime and bare shoulders on that lady.
You guys realize I am the voice
the
of reason
show
in
that
this
we do,
town, right?
Masters of the Metaverse,
Okay.
is this crazy mashup of Quantum Leap and Sliders meets Dice and
drinking.
role
Really
playing
fun.
here on Twitch. If anyone's still watching, oh, we still got people. Cool.
That's good.
And the show uses Tristat DX as its main system. I've referred to it as heavily modified in the past. I'm wrong. It's mildly modified, not much. But what we do that is really
He said doo-doo.
what we do on the
We're
show
so
that's kind of
kids.
fun is each one of the players is bouncing between two different
Yeah, I get
identities:
with you.
a pilot identity and an avatar identity. Their pilot, through some sort of sci-fi technobabble, finds themselves inhabiting the body of an avatar on some other reality, and they are able to tap into the skills, abilities, powers of both their regular identity, their pilot identity, and their avatar identity. And their power level in those two is determined by you, by chat, by the computerized paper reality amplifier and transformer. You guys are the AI system of the show. You are the ones controlling what happens. You control whether or not they get to stay in their current avatar, if they have to jump into a different person. You control whether or not they get any kind of buff or reward. You control where they are on these sliders. You can even mess with the show
Yeah, you're in
terms
charge.
of plot line and stuff.
You
in
can also
fact,
call me.
we've already had a couple people pre-purchase 2 hack attacks that I am aware
Two?
of.
We have two?
We have 2 that are going to drop at some point during the day. I am excited because they whispered both of them to me, so I know
Oh.
it's coming. And I'm really excited because you don't. And
'Cause we
so
don't.
that will be
We don't.
fun.
Scared and excited.
We
Thanks,
also do some giveaways on this show, and in honor of Memorial Day and those wonderful words Kelly said at the start, we're going to hold off on both of the waffles until the end of the show today. The one for Gayaka and the one for QQ. And I got to hear, I'm really excited. But we're going to do both of them at the end. And so thank you for that. But waffles are, golden waffles are giveaways that we do once the store hits $500 total, as well as $1,215 total, just because that's a marker for us on how things are going. There's also a pre-purchasable item that I didn't check to see if they were all purchased. Alien Knitter, can you tell me if they've been purchased? I'll vamp slowly. If they've been purchased, I know that Jackson and Jenica's were.
Various things will happen.
If they've been purchased, then you guys at $750 get another kind of boosted buff.
Yeah. And
They might have been purchased. I don't know. I'll know in a moment.
that's okay.
I'm still
Cheers,
vamping
Chris.
poorly.
know yet.
You should raise your glass to
Cheers to
waiting to
something.
see if they've been
Cheers to
purchased.
vamping poorly. Thank you. Vamping poorly, brought to you by
Blue Heron.
Blue Heron.
Blue Heron Dice Trays
Yes.
and Vallatore.
Yes, this is great.
Thank you, Alien Knitter. My computer, I forgot to bring my charger, so I'm operating off my phone right now, so I'm half blind compared to normal. It has nothing to do
what
with
is
this even.
fruit flavored no-no juice?
Gran
It's
Spumantes.
my anniversary. I get the sweet bubbles if I want them.
No,
Ballatore.
it's delicious. It was surprising because it looked like wine, but it tasted like
Once
wine
I
cooler.
Tastes like
once I injured myself while stretching, I Ballatore.
Never mind me juicing up these two pretty ladies next to me. I have nothing planned
So
there.
on this show, it's $750 in the store. Then each one of them will gain access to a boosted ability of their pre-purchased power that's related to a previous avatar. And yeah, we've all sorts of giveaways to do. Waffles at $500, at $1,215, at $1,750, and if we reach $2,000 in the store, well, Matt is going to do his special dance for you. No, I'm kidding. If we reach $2,000 in the store, actually, we're going to give away a hack attack.
Oh, just give it
that-
away.
Yes.
So, which might be
Making
that
Matt
Matt does
dance.
his special dance for you.
That's not good.
I know there are 2 so far that were pre-purchased. I know there's one from, there's a pre-purchased one from 4 AM Critter, and there's a
4 AM
pre-purchased
Critter.
from Aeroslime.
Oh, here's both
So
of
we know
you.
who to blame in advance.
No, these are helpful.
Maybe they'll be good.
Okay, well, the helpful is good. Never mind. Keep up the good work.
We love them even when they flood towns and kill people.
Guess
First one to say.
And,
No,
and-
I feel
and
like-
actually, while we're talking about
I
that,
look like a shadow
We
in
just-
a hat. I'm sorry.
we decided that if we reach 2,500 in the store, we're gonna give away some Zoe merch.
nice.
Because why
Fancy
not?
pants.
So that'll just happen.
do
I hate it. I hate it.
So in addition, since I just mentioned Zombie Orpheus, everyone on the show, or most of the folks in the show, also have done a lot of work with Zombie Orpheus Entertainment. And so Patreon backers of Zoe have been helping us make this thing work.
Thank
and
you,
so as a thank you to them, one of the things that we do is every week they vote on additional special buffs for the cast.
Which
so,
saves our lives frequently.
It does. So here are the results.
Get the trick to that.
Here are the results of the votes for this week.
All right. Get your pens ready.
Jackson, you have a +3. You have a backup. It's okay.
I do. It's right here.
You have a +3 that you can use for a roll, as well as 10 points of armor.
Okay.
Jebediah, you have a +3 that you can use for a single roll, as well as 10 points of armor.
Sweet,
Jenica,
thank
you have a +5 that you can use, plus 10 points of armor.
The better to seduce them with.
Nick, you have a
have
+3, plus 10 points of armor.
Woohoo, that's coming.
Rosie, you have a +3, plus 20 points of armor.
That'll be nice when she falls.
Y'all just
Marcus,
give me something.
Marcus, you have a nasty habit of telling me you're going to do the show 2 days beforehand, so you weren't in the original poll, so I'm being nice and giving you a +2 and 10 points of armor.
Thank you.
That was shade. That was just,
I already have it. Okay.
He has a hat.
I'm
Actually,
just saying,
just
I'm
more
shade in a
shade
hat
today.
right now.
Yeah.
just in case I said that too waspy, I wanted to be sure that you knew there was shade there. So
I understand.
And I only got a +3. I got no armor this week.
Yay! Thank you, Patreon.
I know.
Sorry, Chris.
That's okay. It's okay.
Sad for you.
It's okay. I'm just gonna have more characters to throw at you as a response.
Okay.
But so that is how we're gonna start off. What happened last week? Who remembers what?
We decided to blow up a dam, and instead we had to fight Donkey Kong.
That's not exactly the way it went.
That is exactly the way it went.
There was an obstacle course.
That's a pretty decent synopsis.
Yeah. That's good.
You guys were on your way, yes, from Nevada back to Arizona by way of the Bay Area because 19th century and trains.
All I know is someone stole my pants.
Yes. Johnny Appleseed did lose pants a couple times during the show, but that happened.
He also did a very good seductive dance to Donkey Kong.
That's because I'm sexy.
I forgot about
Yes,
that.
and there were
Apples.
apples
Apples
I
make
think I
you sexy.
repressed that
and a
memory.
zucchini painted yellow.
Yellow, yes. Yes, you guys decided you got wind of the this nefarious plot going on involving a hydroelectric power plant in near Phoenix, Arizona. So you decided to go out there to deal with this problem so that it would no longer be a threat to the Western Alliance because we were in the middle of what?
Civil
War II.
version 2.0.
Yes.
Elec-
American Civil War II.
Electric Boogaloo.
Thank you. Chat and doubt it. We got to keep the name.
I know. Do not have to be happy about
At
it.
least they didn't call it the quickening.
The quickening.
Hey, this seems perfect since we're about to go up against a hydroelectric dam. It's the electric boogaloo right there.
There you go.
Oh, see, I was
They were
thinking the
thinking.
quickening because I'm about to cut off your head.
So you did you
violent.
swung by the Empire of San Francisco and met with Emperor Norton, an old friend
Norty.
of King Teddy. Yes, Norty and Teddy, they had a great time together, and that led to your participation in the obstacle course
Yes.
and the gladiatorial combat that you were all involved in.
It was fun.
You
Excellent.
did great. And what's up, James?
Hi.
I want
Just
you to
carry
be upset.
on.
You should see the eyes he's giving me right now. I can't figure out like.
Can you see my eye?
Ignore him and just go.
Yes. So so after that, you restocked with supplies from San Francisco
And new pants.
and new pants and backup pants.
Yes.
You worked your way down to Los Angeles, where Dona Maria, I always forget her middle name, Valdez de Villa. She gave you some information furthering the idea that the Archduke of L.A. is on the fence as to who he is going to support in the war.
Yeah,
That
he's
just-
an opportunist. He's
Yes,
just
and
going
But
to
if
go
we
taking-
destroy the dam, he'll be on our side.
We can destroy the power plant.
Power plant.
Oh, the power plant. That's right.
If you can blow up the dam, that's great. But yeah, the power plant seems
Might
to
be
be the big
easier.
problem. And then you were granted access by her. She helped you get on board a sympathizer train that is heading from LA out to Phoenix.
That's not a very nice
It's
word.
industrialist sympathizer.
So our people. No.
Yeah, no. The Maven, the guy who runs this train, Baron Carlisle McGuffin, is
McGuffin.
the owner of McGuffin Railways. Is a known sympathizer of the industrialists' cause, and so she was able to get you access on board a train that's heading out from LA to Phoenix, so that you can try and sneak out there and assess the situation and see what can be done.
As a small
And then-
sabotaging force.
Exactly, as a small sabotaging elite force.
And that's all our avatar. Our players just want to get Nick. out
This
of
is
the damn
true.
system.
That's what we've been working on. One of
Yeah.
the things that has not been going in our favor lately.
Yeah, we've
true.
sort of been
But just as a reminder, that is the player goal. versus
Correct.
The
Your
avatar.
pilots.
Don't speak for
your
all
pilots. The whole time that your pilots, the whole time they have been in this reality, your goal has been to get this wayward, stuck meta pilot back home.
Yes, and every time
convince
that we
him-
get him not on the avatar
Yep.
side, it's like in the middle of a fight, and so it's not a really good time to be like dodging
Actually, I
things.
think we got a lot done with him last
did.
time. I mean, I had a really good.
Oh, that's
moment.
true. You guys did.
Yeah, how much do you tell us about that? What went down in the...
Nothing. Sorry.
Okay, so we don't even know that it went well. Okay.
Or that it went down.
Or it went down. All right.
Because Crash wouldn't tell us,
Well, he would if you asked him about it, but
but we didn't know it happened, so why would we ask?
right.
Exactly.
We didn't say, how did that gladiatorial combat go?
It might come up.
You probably were like, I crashed them with a cage.
Yeah, I saved the day. I probably just bulldozed you in that conversation. Never mind.
Additionally, a Tesla was able to provide for you by memory
Oh.
some sketches of the power plant
Ooh.
and how it works. And I'm gonna roll right now to find out how good those sketches were.
Oh, okay.
That was a very beautiful role in your blue heron
My blue
nest.
heron games.
Nest.
My blue heron nest.
Yeah.
Blue heron.
Let's drink to
The Uncola.
The Uncola.
Blue hair.
Blue Heron.
Blue heron.
The blue heron.
So good to see you.
I've always wanted to treat an episode like there was a sponsor. This is kind of fun.
This could
If
happen.
you have other merchandise you'd wish us to sponsor,
Yeah.
just give us stuff.
I don't know what this says, but it tastes good.
So you find yourselves on the train then with some idea
Sympathizer.
of how to get out there. It's not a huge train. There's probably about 20 cars or so.
Okay.
The what?
Champagne, hot lights, and a wool cloak. Next destination, regret.
So there's about 20 cars on this
we're
train.
well
It is
past
this train is known as the Hooterville Cannonball.
What? The what?
Hooterville Cannonball.
And how did it get this name?
Yeah.
It was really, really jealous of Wabash.
It's just the name of the train. The Hooterville Cannonball, number 3.
All right.
It's an Easter egg. Someone will Google it. They'll figure it out.
Okay.
There's about 20 cars on this train, more or less. You're looking at an engine, a tender, about 10 cargo cars, as well as 4 passenger ones, a dining car, and an observation car in the back, so that you have a nice panoramic view of the scenery as you go by it.
Oh, that sounds
Very
pretty.
nice.
Where are we?
Can we see the observation car?
You are staying in some of the passenger cars, and as far as the breakdown of who is in what room, you were able to set yourself up so that what do I want to say? Annie and Emily,
Yeah.
you're sharing a car.
Of course.
Johnny, you are with Richard Gatling, and I'm just waiting to see what the bear is about to say. King Teddy was given his own quarters, and so you are in those 3 rooms.
Excellent.
Well, I'm going to be busily working on my latest invention inspired by this very train.
You're not going to be working on perhaps the way to disable the hydroelectric dam?
I'm always working on the problem at hand, Miss Emily, I assure you.
Oh, good.
I think my new Hooterville Cannonball might be just the way to go.
Oh,
You see, you use a standard cannon, but this particular cannonball is 2 balls that are chained together.
oh, that sounds exciting.
Okay.
So I
Should whip around
Yes.
and tear anything just about in half.
that sounds
Especially,
destructive.
ship's masts.
Okay.
But we're trying to get a building.
Well, it should still work then, I think.
All right.
It did.
You know.
Yes.
It's a real
Well,
thing.
maybe you could throw some of your knives at it.
I would be happy to throw knives at it.
And here I thought you were talking about hitting the entire dam with a train.
I would
So-
like-
Sounded like
I
a
was
This
thinking
beautiful.
of something a
conversation
little
that you're
more
all
surgical.
having, is it happening in someone's quarters? Are you in the dining hall, the observation car?
We're just arguing
We
over
just
the.
chalked to ourselves
Or saying comms.
We're just arguing
our
over
little,
I
our
was-
little nano wash.
Yeah.
I was thinking I would invite you to my royal train car because there's no way I could finish this feast of buffalo myself.
All right.
True.
Let's all.
I've been killing them since we departed.
And as Miss Dickinson and I leave the room,
You
I
have your own room, sir. You are, Your Highness. You're in disguise.
Yes.
Ish. As much as you can
With
be
the bear.
in disguise.
Shooting out the window at random buffalo.
Oh, I have no doubt that he's firing pot shots at
Oh,
you.
and I turn off the
Having
lights and turn them
Franklin
on
go
again in
left
our
and
room by
right.
shooting the light switch. Incidentally, Miss Emily Dickinson and I no longer have electricity in our car.
Just so it's clear, I'm on the roof of one of these things watching the countryside.
You're not even inside.
Oh hell no!
To
She's
being
got
the
a
GM
gun.
of this show.
She's got a gun. Are you kidding me?
She can shoot
I
through
can
the
hear
roof.
if anything important happens.
She's gonna shoot.
Do
through
any
the
of you
roof.
make your way at all to the dining car? Or
Absolutely.
the
Well,
Well, I
observation?
imagine during mealtime. Absolutely.
Fantastic.
We should actually all have dinner as a family unit.
I like it.
See, I'll
It
come
just
inside
so
for that.
happens that that first night at dinner, when you enter into the dining car, you see a familiar face seated alone at a table with 5 empty spaces.
Well, I have no idea who this is.
Well, it's a familiar face. You actually should have.
For
an idea
several of
who
you,
it
you have a
is.
familiar
We've met
face.
about 8 people.
I was not here upon meeting him the first time.
This is true. But for several of you, you recognize Wilbur Orville Wright,
I was about to say that looked like.
who you
Wilbur.
last saw being, what was it, taken away by a, or no, you last time you saw him, he was knocked unconscious
Yes.
by a smoke monster.
Yes.
You remember
exactly.
this?
How did you pull through?
That's right, I
good
had
sir?
seen him.
What are you all doing here? This is rich black quarters.
I didn't
But that's really
realize.
not true at all. Wilbur.
Like some hangry food?
Hungry?
I'm hungry.
Well, we are dining in the dining car, so certainly we all eat.
Amazing. What are you doing here?
Well, we're on a secret mission for the King of Yosemite.
Utmost secrecy. Hush, hush.
Why'd you tell
Tell
me?
us so.
Well, we thought you were dead. Really? I'm glad you are not.
15, 20 minutes.
Oh, how did you revive?
Food.
Food. How did they
I've been-
feed you when you were unconscious?
Well,
That is the same question I've been asking myself all week.
I'm just curious. I'm interested in
It's
the
great.
science behind your.
I don't believe in science.
You're just here. Okay.
It's like psychology, you know.
It makes perfect sense to me. He was
It's not
abducted by
real.
a smoke monster, knocked unconscious, and ate himself back to health.
Yeah.
Good for the constitution and the stamina. Well done, Wilbur.
It's good.
I become immediately jealous and defensive when he shows up.
Oh, that's right, because the 2 inventors. I forgot
Yeah,
about
yeah.
this, yes. Yeah,
I mean,
we-
all I ever did was invent some silly cannon. This man invented flying.
Flight.
This is true. This is
I'm gonna
true.
drink to that.
Although last time I remember, Mr. Wright, your
Yeah, I can
your
just
flight
roll.
contraption from hearing from my fellow peers did not seem to work.
Oh, it works fine. He's just
Oh, yes.
terrified of flying.
Oh, my mistake, my mistake.
Snickers and Bellator.
Mark, I don't think the voice is on for tips.
I just turned it off.
Okay,
Oh,
thanks.
thank you.
It seemed to do quite well with
Well,
with many pairs of boots.
How do you find yourself on this fine train?
Yeah. What is your current goal?
That is a wonderful question. I'm meeting some friends.
Oh,
Are you meeting them in the? Where are you meeting them? Where's the destination of your stop?
Right here.
On the train?
I believe he's meeting us.
We are the friends.
Yeah.
Did you know we were gonna? You seemed surprised that we were here. I am a little perplexed.
I think he was
Just as
play
surprised as
acting.
you are.
I think he was play acting.
I was hangry.
See, he's an agent, remember?
Well, I remember in the meta. I understand in the
Yes.
metapod he's an agent, and I'm just confused about.
So
his
he's.
I mean,
he's being.
You all
secretive.
inadvertently were the people I was looking for.
all right.
I'll
guess.
take it. I think we should have some drinks
I
with
do
our meal,
too.
especially since we have a new partner with us. And I think that King Teddy should be the first to kick us off in the drinking.
So
You know,
a
I
toast?
thought we all agreed that that wasn't going to work.
King Teddy, I'm over here sweating like a slave. Please help me.
Not sure how to answer that question.
Don't say a word. Just do something about it, please. Whew. Thank you.
I have great lungs.
You had some mighty
interrupting
strength
something.
there. He blew away my thoughts.
all right.
I have none of my own.
So we guess we eat our food. We eat our buffalo.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, so you guys.
Feast on Buffalo.
I'm vegan.
And they attempt to get him to drink the night away again, which I do not partake in this time.
I, of course, will answer the challenge and bite the head off the first bottle of champagne.
Excellent.
I would like to spend some meta points and try to psychoanalyze him, as it has worked so well in the past.
Hang on. Get the bear suit on.
That is fair.
It's a protective
You've got
shield.
some points.
I'm
Did you
gonna
say you were
use-
blowing some or using some meta
I
points?
am using a meta point. I'm going to use 2 because I'm going to be proactive about the meta point action.
That's actually smart because now he has at most one.
I see where you're going with this.
Metagaming and Metaverse.
Oh, it appears that Mr. Christian has used the last meta
Ah,
point.
there's
Now
no
we are
more
out of
meta points left. I don't know what's
Alright.
happening.
Sorry, guys.
So I'd like to use psychology. Wait. I can't use 2.
Can I have some meta points?
Now I can't use psychiatry. Hold on. I can only use one. I'm sorry.
Kelly, did you mix Mountain Dew with champagne?
No, sir,
No,
I
he
did
did
not
not.
do that.
He drank all the champagne and then put Mountain Dew in the glass.
That's slightly better.
I don't know if you tried this, but whenever you get upset,
But now that you make me think
some
about
Oh
it,
God, don't waste it.
So someone was going to do
drinking.
something.
I'm using psychiatry and I could only yes.
I understand. Go for it, please.
All right.
did we just get another meta point?
Sarah only
No,
used
she only
one.
used one.
I beat it by 8.
8.
I want
Fantastic. We'll have your conversation with.
I want
I mean, Nick's
Take
sitting in the middle right now.
one. I'm gonna take one.
So King Teddy, how are you enjoying your quarters?
With the usual gusto.
What does that look like? What does the usual gusto look like?
Well, I have several taxidermy projects in mid-stuffing. I have one in...
They're with us on the train?
Oh, yes, of course. I washed before I came to dinner. Don't you worry. I believe this is my dinner bear cloak and not my current project.
Can I touch this?
Okay.
Of course.
Does being in your quarters make you homesick? Do you try to decorate with items that make you feel homey?
I have brought several trinkets and tokens to remind me of home.
Is this goat?
Which home?
This is bear, Wilbur.
I don't know. I don't feel
Which home do you decorate with? Does the decor have a unified theme, or is it kind of does it have two kind of sources?
Mind check to figure out what she's doing.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Mind check to try to figure out what she's doing?
Nope. Missed it by 10.
I think you're probably going to reveal some things during this conversation.
So, does the decor have a unified theme or a bilateral theme?
It is a unified disguise.
A unified disguise. That is an interesting word that you use. What are you trying to disguise?
I'm trying to keep up appearances that I'm this stupid, inebriated, masochistic king all the time. It does get tiresome.
Oh, okay, it does get tiresome. I understand. What is tiresome about it?
Have you met me?
Oh yes, I've met King Teddy. He is tiresome. I agree. Who would you prefer to be?
What would I prefer to be?
Yeah.
It seems to be working.
So I got you, man.
It's medicine, wow. Fine.
I love medicine. Medicine.
Holy moly. That's 3 more.
Are we alone?
You're all at the dining car, but if you wanted, you could probably get him off to the side somewhere.
Would you be more comfortable speaking over here?
There's a spot over at the bar. There's a table there with just
Sure.
2 seats that you
I
could go
prefer
over.
absinthe. Would you like to go drink some absinthe with
I
me?
hear it makes the heart grow fonder. Let us
she's
go.
expensive.
I'm gonna spend one to go this way
Mm-hmm.
without
There's only
breaking
two
my little stand here.
So as I take my absinthe,
Rosie.
Rosie, you should spend one to go in a direction.
Oh, I would love to be here. I spent 2 of them.
Okay, points are all gone again.
Try to
as I drink my absinthe, or order the absinthe. So I was asked, you had said that you were unhappy as King Teddy. Who would you rather be?
Well, I don't really have many other options here. But since the train is moving, they're not really going to be able to lock on to me, so why not?
Okay,
Because they're not going to shut up if I don't tell you.
probably not. No.
No, you're not.
You understand human nature as well.
Yes, I do. So did they hire you specifically to come after me? Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh, I'm not hired.
Hired? Okay. Then how did they convince you to join the program?
They blackmailed me.
Yeah. So what does that tell you about the program?
They're assholes.
So why do you think I don't want to be found?
It's fair, but there are people that I could lose, people that are innocent that I can lose if you don't come back.
This isn't going to come out right, but it is the lesser evil if they get lost.
No, they're like in real life people that are going to die.
Yes, I know exactly what I said.
And so you think death is better than going back to the project?
For the 2 or 3 people, yes. Weighed against what else is possibly there, yes, it is much less of 2 evils.
That's incredibly selfish.
What are the evils?
Or maybe he has information that you don't have.
Thank you, Crash.
What information do you have? Because right now it seems very selfish to me.
Of course it does.
Seems smart to me.
Thank
But
you.
Just knowing things that I know too. So, what kind of things do you specifically know about that maybe other people that would want to keep their eyes open for should know about?
Have you really not figured that out yet? How many different settings have you been in? No? Universes?
Two.
Two.
Okay.
We're new.
And what have you already begun to harvest?
Harvest.
That was me doing this to King Teddy. You shall pay. Hashtag system shock.
Oh.
Well played.
Well done,
everybody.
Chad.
And that would mean it is working again, folks. Where is that one?
System
And of course, he's gonna drop
shock.
it right now.
Yeah,
No, it's
I
smart
want
to
to
drive
honor
me.
the
Let's do
intention of
it.
that one. So yeah.
Oh no.
We back to
Check my
shields.
hell
I got you. Hold on.
Okay.
Yes, that was a system shock,
So we're all
and
moving
based on that
randomly.
roll,
They're trying to save Teddy.
they are. Someone's gonna be nice to Teddy
King
that.
Teddy is awesome. Who wouldn't
Teddy
want
is
King Teddy?
awesome.
Jenica gets it.
I
Rosie.
find Nick way more
Put
interesting.
yourself, please, halfway between pilot and the middle. Actually, I should move yourself 3 towards pilot. That's what I'll start saying.
Right there.
That's a direction that makes sense. Johnny, please, all the way pilot.
That's good enough for me.
Emily, you are exactly where you should be. Wilbur, dead middle, please.
Come on, full avatar.
Full pilot.
Oh,
In your
Where do
face,
you want me?
system
Dead
shock.
dead middle. So, as I sociable.
So are you hangry now?
You guys
I'm
need to have that
hungry.
conversation.
Yes. Save me some. Thank you.
So as you were saying,
What have you idiots done?
we didn't do anything.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Well, we did most of us get pressed into service by the program.
They weren't very nice.
And you're just going along with it?
Well, I don't really have a choice. Neither do they, do
You
we?
always have a choice.
Oh, like,
I'm not a snitch.
Oh no, we're in the facility now.
Yes, you are in the facility now.
Yeah.
So let's go back. That last place where you were. Where was that? Volcanoes everywhere, dinosaur people.
Superheroes.
Of course, superheroes. And what powers have you brought with you, perchance?
Oh.
what?
That-
How do you know about that? What do you mean?
Well, I mean, he
What
has
did
a
they
nano
tell-
wasp in his ear.
He's one of us, Rosie.
I know. I just thought.
What did they tell you about me when they sent you in?
They said you were lost, and that we were supposed to help find you.
That you were trapped outside of your body.
Interesting.
And
We
they
had to bring
couldn't.
you
Some
back.
of us didn't believe it.
They were trying to retrieve you, but they couldn't do it.
I was excited to meet you.
I like you, you're cool.
I thought you were like me though, and you're not. That's okay.
A gamer.
We're actually more alike than anyone else here.
Not a gamer. You know, I don't like being out there. A lot of people. I mean, you know, I don't like it.
Oh,
We-
yes,
we know.
Jenica knows more than I got.
When I'm
I
gathering,
forgot.
I get to be anybody I want. I can talk right at you and look at you in the face, and I can know what you're feeling just by looking. And I really like it, and I wouldn't want to go back either. But I do.
Are you gonna go back?
We all go back.
Well, I know, but you just said you didn't want to.
Why would I?
I don't know. I have a life in reality.
Right, but not everyone does have a life. Do you,
All right. Look, I need to say something
Don't-
just so you all understand it. I volunteered for one reason and one reason only. To find out how these sons of bitches have done what they done and to fix their boat.
Their boat?
Yeah. They're taking
The pods?
They're taking my design and they doing hinky with them.
Oh.
You designed the pods?
Yeah.
That's why he can pull.
I don't know how they did what they did with them. That's the problem. It's not supposed to be like this.
No, it's
How am I
not.
just finding this out?
Well, and don't you still work for them?
That is-
Like voluntarily?
I did not volunteer to work for them.
They got you too?
Have you asked yourself why you? Why they sent you to where you went first, and what you've learned to do since then?
They just said because I had psychiatry skills.
Now think about this. Okay, wait a minute. I figured this out.
To counter the evil OD dice, I summon a hashtag Nick buff.
Nice.
What?
Nick buff.
Nick buff.
Nice. Nick buff. Move wherever you want if you use it.
Do it.
Well, not yet. I have a point to make.
Uh-huh.
A little bit of game theory. Reverse engineer this. Project out a few more worlds. What's the pattern? You go from place to place. What is the one commonality, the thing that you take with you?
Something. You always take something with you.
The train is starting to slow down.
Our avatars? Our pilots? We take, like Jenica is always with me.
But we take it over to the next avatar.
Exactly.
So am I right? Do we take it to... Do we take it to our pilots? Do our pilots get what we
It is time
do?
to remember and toast the fallen. May we bow our heads for Jebediah's other self who suffered a, let us say, minor setback. Let us set him on his way to Valhalla on a boat of crab legs and with sails of cotton. Hashtag Jebediah #DFA.
That's beautiful.
Oh, I'm actually tearing up.
Who did that one?
I didn't see the text.
That's beautiful.
Was Carradine?
Thank you,
Thank
Carradine.
you.
Thank you very much. Sales of cotton.
It's
So
a
what were
rainbow
you
of fruit
saying?
flavor.
What I was saying was the one common thing between every place you jump is you.
Yeah,
Right, but
Which means the power is imprinted on you.
The train is still
Nick's an
slowing
assassin.
down.
Shut up,
Out.
dude.
what?
Nick
Wait,
Buff.
Nick's in a set. What?
Ha-ha! I see we have about reached our destination.
Train
thought he said
continues
Nick's an
to
assassin.
slow down.
I'm gonna
and
look
then
out the window.
right before you do so, you see someone else do the exact same thing.
Do what exact
Another
same thing?
person in the dining car. They pull down the window because everyone's starting to chatter and wonder what's going on. Why is the train slowing? You're on a nice straight shot. You've made it through most of the what is it called? The Colorado Desert section of the Sonora Desert down in southeastern California, western Arizona. You're near the border if those states existed, which in this world I don't think they really do.
Yeah, it's just the west.
And there's no reason to be slowing. So one of the other passengers does roll down the window, peeks her head out.
Does her
looks
head
back
still
in.
exist?
Closes the window, and screams.
What was
And
that?
right about then, there is
Yeah,
a hail over the PA system. And if you would like to look outside as well, that has just happened.
Oh yes, definitely.
Okay, you go right ahead.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
And
Indeed.
as you poke your heads out and you start looking outside, you see surrounding the train for miles in every direction that you can see,
Oh no.
just countless, innumerable, shambling zombies.
Question of clarification: are the zombies hands down or up?
Great question.
Thank you.
Oh, they're all
They are
dead.
up.
They are
Oh.
Uh-oh.
And your quick glance, there was no indication of any deadheads around any of the
Sometimes
herders.
it is those who are the ones who can save the world. Hashtag Jackson.
Thank you, chat.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you.
And the first chance I get, chat, I'm going to scroll back up, find those first ones that were done, and read them all. So give me a sec. But there is a hail over the PA system, because I don't care what reality would it be. I want a PA system. And a voice comes over
Is it
overhead.
waffles?
No, they say.
That'd be awesome if it was waffles. I didn't even think about that.
That means this world would be dead.
I want it to be waffles.
drunk.
No.
Well,
Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for the sudden change of rate in our travel. There appears to be a small disturbance on the tracks ahead, but it's nothing to concern yourself with. However, for your own safety, please return to your cabins, lock your doors and windows, ensure that any firearms you brought with you are loaded and accounted for, and wait for further instruction.
Will do.
Thank you for riding MacGuffin Railways. We know that you have a lot of options when you travel, and we appreciate your business.
Bully! Zombie
So
siege! To my cabin!
The crew starts running around in a somewhat organized, mildly panicky, chaotic way. The other passengers just bolt. I mean, it's from the
not off
passenger
of the train.
standpoint.
No.
What?
But not off of
they
the
vote
train.
for their
No, they
quarters.
start running exactly as they were instructed back to their
quarters.
cabins.
Yeah.
And they are screaming and freaking out. It is chaos in this room. The train has not stopped. It is just continuing along. but it is much slower. It's going about 10 miles per hour right now.
Bully. Hey baby, Nick's gotta go now, yee. And just when he was making a hashtag meta point.
He was just making a meta point.
Well done, Chad.
funny.
Well done.
We're on speaking terms again.
Oh, bother.
What's bother?
I can't scroll up all the way to see the beginnings of the chat thread. I'm really sorry, guys. I was going to read them all off to you.
If you made a good chat thing, you whisper him about it, he'll see it.
Yeah, if you send me a whisper on the chat stuff, I'll fit it all in as it was going on. Or AK if you want to, or you mind the chaos, I'll mind this chaos, and with our powers combined, form of a show.
Full-fledged chaos monster.
Question: why do they? If the zombies are in attack mode, why the hell does the train care and is slowing down?
Yes, well, I want to know as
There
well.
is a limit as to how many you can plow through before it really does start becoming an issue of derailing this puppy.
Oh,
So they are continuing forward to the best of their ability.
so clearing the front of the train would be primary objective.
Why don't we
Whatever
just
your
let
objective
the
is.
lesser people die?
The thing is, they probably have the big cattle pushers on the front, so
Uh-huh.
we can go through real slow. We just got to keep them from climbing on the train and eating
Pretty
people.
much.
Okay,
Mr. Gatling, you last time I heard you had a net device with which you used.
What about these hooters?
The tablet I have, AK, is for minding the store, so probably the best option is if you can consolidate them all, and just whisper them to me, and I'll just do them all right after one after another.
I'm wondering, Mr. Gatling, if you have a device with which.
Because I need one final King Teddy rap battle, hashtag cool rule.
oh dang, okay.
You don't have to on your cool
Why,
rule, Mr.
Chad?
Teddy.
Why
Did
you
you,
gotta go and hurt me
mean
so
cool
bad?
rule there, Pax, or were you trying to build towards a hack attack? Just to point that out towards you. Keep going.
Mr. Do you have any device with which we could possibly like shoot out the windows to form a protective casing around said train or area so that they cannot climb onto train?
Well, I was just gonna go to the roof and start picking them off with a gun.
You're starting to hear scattered gunshots, by the way.
Because people
In the words of our king, bully, let's go.
I figured you'd like that. I could also try
Do
out
not
my new
shoot the train
invention.
conductor, please.
I could try out my new invention.
What is your new invention?
the bowling ball thing.
It's the hooter thing?
Let's wait till we get into it.
Okay.
I like surprises, don't you?
Yeah, okay, well, the
I
minute
like
he
surprises.
mentions gunfire, Annie's on top and just going.
But you're not.
Can you redefine that sentence for me, just so I understand that you are still at the, you know?
Well,
I believe the
first
lady
I
said.
will spend I'll spend 2 meta points.
Okay.
Thank you, Chad. Thank you, Chad. And so the minute Mr. Gatling says that there's the possibility that I can just shoot things, Annie Oakley climbs to the top of the train car and begins shooting her pistols at said zombies. Is that clear?
Yeah,
Pretty-
yeah.
that
I
was
like
pretty
that.
clear.
Thank you. It's just really fun to watch. You have to make sure you don't accidentally drop innuendo in the middle of a sentence.
I'll drop it in the middle of your sentence.
I already did that when I talked to you on the phone earlier today.
I don't even want to know. what that-
So
So zombies are coming. Train
Yes.
is going slow. We have
Yeah.
to do something now.
I'm shooting
yeah,
them.
it's kind of pushing them away. Like there's such a mass of, I won't call it inhumanity around the front of the train and such that to just try to run into it full force, it really would be dangerous for the train. So the idea here is to kind of gently push them
Push them
away.
aside.
They could
are
get
kind
caught
of,
up in
some
the
of them are coming
wheels.
up to the train and slapping against it. Each of you has noticed along the course of your wandering around this train, on occasion you have caught the scent of kind of like sour grapes,
Oh, good. We want those.
or
Don't
so,
we? It
Of
helps.
course we
It
do.
helps mellow them out.
maybe.
Or they probably escaped from a local vineyard. After
Maybe. There's many
decimating.
reasons why you might smell it. I mean, you're on the right track, but I'm not going to just completely hand it to you.
Get it?
You're on the right
Train.
track.
The train.
Sorry.
I just dad joked that without intending to.
Chris just got it too.
It's true. It's true.
It is his anniversary.
Okay.
So where are we at?
Well, yeah. What are you all going to do?
Is it rule of cool time?
No. I'm gonna have you
You
get
sure?
kind of into your positions first, and then we'll kind of go from there.
I'm on the top of the train. Shoot only the ones that smacking, getting close.
Yeah, if you see any that are getting dangerous.
And I won't, I won't shoot them in the head because I know that they are valuable in this world.
In this situation,
Yeah.
you've got pretty much free
Zombie
reign.
hands
This is
up
the
means you
problem.
can shoot them anytime you
Oh,
want.
great! Then they are all just dead center
Cool.
brain shots.
Cool.
I think I'd like to hang out the window.
Hang out the window,
Yeah.
just to chill.
No, I'm gonna throw throwing stars at them.
Okay. Okay. Just gonna wait for ones that are trying to grapple onto the train. And
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna try to hang out of the a front window towards the front of the train.
Okay.
And hang out, and then just gonna
Up by the engineer and such.
Yeah.
Okay.
protect the guy driving the train and
Okay.
throw.
Well, since we're at this table, what would you be doing, Mr. Johnny Appleseed? Or actually, you're Jebediah
Well,
right now.
Jebediah's gonna head up to the very front to the engine,
Where I am.
and he's gonna climb out on the front, you see,
Oh,
to where that cattle guard is.
Yep.
And then he's gonna use some gadgeteering. See, the way they make them those cattle guards like this, see? So he's gonna disconnect it all and essentially make that cattle guard flop out like this so it's wide.
Okay.
And creates literally a space the width of that cattle guard, keeping everything completely away from the front. See what I'm saying? You have a triangle like this. It's got this, and it flips that way, and flips that way.
So, I mean, just
It's all it's going to do is knock him down, but it's going to knock him down and away from the train
That's all
by a
right.
good 6-8 feet.
but if you're taking the train from this to this,
No.
you're catching them.
You're doing it the wrong angle. Not from this to this.
Uh-huh.
From this to this.
To a wider version.
But also flat. You have to picture a triangle like this. That's the front of it.
oh God.
Yeah.
See? See? Like that.
Okay.
And at that front plow part,
Uh-huh.
this is where I'm going to set it, fold it that way.
I'm
So that
still
it
not seeing.
falls.
You're trying to slice them with it, or
So they go flat out and just literally. Never
We
mind.
need to draw. We need a picture.
Yeah, show it to me.
No, there's no drawing here. How
So,
about this? I'm
you-
gonna hype up the engine so it's gonna go about 3 times as fast.
Well, they're
moving
deliberately,
beyond the
they're
danger limit.
deliberately trying to go the speed they're going, and they will argue with you on this. Like, you guys are just passengers on this train. So, I mean, if you want to try and convince them, that's totally cool. And so I'm willing to let you try
All
and
right,
convince
I'll
them.
steal coal and I'll throw rocks at
Just
them.
recognize that you guys are passengers on this train, so while they do appreciate some of your help, trying to modify the train will require some other
Hashtag
checks.
meta point because we need these to go from this to this to that to the
Oh,
other
exactly.
thing.
Thank you.
How about this? I will
you.
use my gadgeteering to turn rocks of coal into coal grenades, which I will then throw out in
So
front.
you just pegging them with coal and blow.
Grenades.
Okay.
Grenades.
They're gonna explode.
Over here, what are you guys up to?
I have an idea.
I have a 6th sense, so we can use that too. Maybe I can just sit in the cart and just think.
I'll be fine with that. Here's my idea. As we know, zombies are a commodity in this world.
Yes.
And I always make sure that there are an extra couple of empty cargo trains on any train I'm on in case I should run into a useful commodity. So I'm going to pull Dr. Gatling and Dr. Wright aside and say, gentlemen, work out a conveyor belt system, vacuum or something to suck up these zombies and spit them into the empty cargo cars. And I will reward you handsomely. I will also reward you well. Everything I do is done handsomely.
Could we make sure that those cars are very well locked so that the zombies are not just invited onto the train with the rest of the people?
Figured I'd help out a bit today. Hashtag meta point praise DOD. Please make Teddy rap.
Thank you.
It's funny because he was so scared on the car right up here about rapping.
Yes, thank you for revealing that secret. It gives me confidence.
I have no
I'm
tact.
sure they will not act on that.
No, they won't.
It's my anniversary, my last day GMing, his last day on the show for a while. I think it's gonna happen, Chad. I got a
They'll
funny
figure it
feeling
out.
about
You,
that.
it's the rule of cool. You can choose something else to do.
I know.
Chad will just still make you do it later.
So,
Oh God, I've made Ben so mad.
What am I? I'm gonna challenge. The last time I challenged a gorilla, you want me to literally challenge a horde of brain-dead, mindless shamblers to a rap battle?
Yes.
Or something in the
Yes,
future that we
because
I'm
find.
fairly certain you won't be the
Anniversary.
first to have done that.
And you're drinking for set.
And Ballatore.
So what are you up to, Gatling?
That's it.
I am
infected with
simply-
these mother ducking zombies on this mother ducking train. Hashtag trains, hashtag meta point.
Fine.
you, Cupcake.
You stole exactly what I was about to say. Is I am tired of all these motherfucking zombies on this motherfucking train.
You said mother ducking.
Yes, they were very.
That was chat.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
They're not allowed the
Yeah.
same freedom of speech that we are.
Maybe
Because
that's
there's
what they
apparently
wanna
no
say.
chastitution. Don't ask me why.
But they could use pH.
They
So,
can.
so you were going to.
Oh, yeah.
I am protecting my car
Yes.
and my erstwhile king
Yes,
with a shotgun
I like it. That's a
from,
smart move.
from the roof. If they grab onto the train,
I like it.
shoot them
and there are
off
zombies
of the
that
train.
are trying to climb onto this train.
Right, so he and I are both
they
up
seem
there
to
doing the same
almost be
thing.
attracted to this train as if something has lured them towards it.
Oh, could it be the smell of sour berries?
No idea.
But it is the smell
But
of
it is-
sour berries, right?
I'm going to
Yeah.
use that point.
You go right
Are the
ahead.
cargo
Wait,
cards,
so-
by the way, in back?
Cargo's all towards the front on this train.
So we're near it. The cargo.
Mr. Gatling, if you and I determined that the smell of sour berries is what is attracting them to
Grapes.
grapes to
That's
the
okay.
train,
They're like
You're
kind of a
more- you're
berry.
more-
could we ask one of our fellow crew to locate the sour grapes and perhaps throw them off the train, therefore making the zombies stay at that one point and the train can continue forward?
Well, I've already stated what I'm doing, but we should locate that smell and detach that
Right.
car.
I'm
not
at-
me, guys.
It's in the front. How are we
I
going to
mean,
detach
it
it?
might be.
Instead of just assuming I'm the best at everything and going on to this duty by myself, I was making sure, Mr. Gatling, that this plan might be sound, as you seem to be the only one with a brain in the party.
Hey,
Miss Dickinson, you did not like my antics in the car. You have no right to speak right now.
I am too offended by the truth of your words.
the fact that I did not enjoy bullets turning on and off lights
Which was fantastic.
does not belie my intelligence.
That does sound pretty spectacular. Miss Dickinson.
player.
Intelligence, in fact, is not turning off lights with bullets.
I don't know. That's pretty fucking.
Though if that is the only measure of intelligence, we are.
It's still hot, Teddy, in case you were
To
wondering.
be fair, there is no more thorough way to turn a light off than by shooting it. That is a light that shall not be turned on again.
Indeed.
And the most effective way to turn on a light is to, throw aquamarine at it.
Because she'll flirt with
There you
it.
go.
All right.
I miss Vanessa.
I don't watch
So,
this
Mr.
show.
Gatling, should we possibly have one of our crew who is still in the train search for the sour grapes?
Find the grapes.
Find the grapes, bitches. I don't know where that came from.
I never would have used that kind of language.
First
I
off,
would.
they prefer vintners.
Some of the zombies are again trying to climb on board. You guys have been taking pot shots
Are they
at them.
concentrating towards the front of the train?
They seem to be several cars have struck their interest.
Several cars
Several
have struck their
cars.
interest.
Yeah.
Where are those cars located? In the back, in the
All
middle?
around. There's
They're
no pattern.
random.
We can't just unhook and.
Some are
All
towards
right.
the front, some are towards the middle, some are towards
But
the
these
rear.
are. Never mind. These zombies moving at zombie pace, and we're
Yep.
moving at 10 miles per hour.
You have no idea how many zombies we're talking here. This is almost like
they were
a
there before.
conveyor belt of zombies that has just been Deus Ex Machina dropped in front of you.
Ah.
That's so
Did he
weird.
use
how-
sex machine?
Yes.
I love it.
That's
That
its
was
own
my
habitat.
name
I
on a
know.
number of forums.
I almost
Sounds
said
like a
knocking up,
band.
but then I decided
That is
not to be a
unfortunate.
jerk.
All right. Do we need what? Can I change what I was doing?
Oh,
Yes.
I apologize. I got
grapes.
I would
You got
assume
distracted.
we have all gone, Miss Dickinson, and we have all played our turn. And I assume the zombies are doing the same thing.
Okay,
So
I notice
assume
a
we can go again.
concentration of zombies.
Boom.
I would like to try to notice a concentration of zombies. Go toward that car
makes sense.
and inspect it with my throwing stars at the ready.
So as all of this has been going on, you guys have been moving around the train, and so so there are 20 cars right now,
Yes.
in addition to the engine and the tender.
Okay.
Or no, I think it's actually including.
Including.
It is including.
Okay.
So again, engine, tender, 10 cargo cars, 4 passenger ones, a dining and an observation one,
Okay.
which is not 20 total. That is 18. I can do math.
Okay.
Where would you all be on the train?
I said I've investigated. I'm trying.
Actually, I'm sorry. This is important
Well,
for me. No. I need this part for the next. So what car are you on?
Well, we were in the dining car when we were attacked.
Correct.
I would assume that I climbed to the top of the dining car
That is a very Annie thing
Miss
to do.
Dickinson is hanging out of the window of the dining car.
Johnny, what car are you
I'm
on?
No, I went to the engine room.
Oh, you went to the engine room. That's
on
right.
the coal car
Coal.
because I'm
So you're in the
making
tender.
coal
You're towards the
grenades.
front.
We're still there.
I was towards the. I was
You
on
went
the
towards
engine.
the engine?
Yeah.
Wilbur?
I'm sitting with him at the dining car.
Dining?
We're working out the plan
Dining.
to save the.
And I'm on top of the dining car
So
where
most
they
of
are
you are
guarding
still at the
them from
rear of the
zombies
train.
while they're having their
Yes.
So
plan.
dining car and then.
And apparently
engine
drinking
The
heavy.
two of
front.
you towards,
Yes.
towards the front. Okay.
Why would you?
I apologize, Christian. I didn't think that one through. As that is going on, I need you all to roll initiative.
Of
That's
course
what I was
you
waiting
do.
for.
Using our blue heron net.
Low is good for initiative, right?
No.
No.
Well, poo.
I really like these things, man.
I
haven't lost
love
a
them.
single
They're
die
amazing.
yet.
I really love them.
I mean, I'm not rolling great, but you know, whatever.
24.
24.
Sorry, Gatling, you suck at things. Okay.
28
But he's
for
good at
Johnny.
what matters.
23.
19.
That's not bad. Forgetly.
Okay.
12.
12.
Said with authority.
I was distracted by my reflection in the window.
22.
What?
22.
22.
Wait a second.
You're first.
That's so weird.
Yes.
So as
I've been so tame today. It feels
yeah,
weird.
it's true, silly Sonny. Well played. So as this is going on,
Yes.
sorry, I'm just trying to get caught up on everything that's a lot is happening.
Oh. Should we be scared?
Always be scared.
Always be scared.
Yeah. Some of the zombies. I mean, the train is not going super fast.
Right.
And there are so many of the zombies, and some of them are starting to catch onto the train and actually pull themselves on board.
Oh no.
And so there's a small clustering towards the front,
Okay.
towards the rear, and towards the middle. Well over a dozen of them in each of those locations is starting to actually climb onto the train, pawing at the doors, and many of them are failing because I mean they don't know how to even open a door or something. But enough of them start scratching and hacking the windows. You know, they can break in and start climbing in and such. And you've reached the point now where there are probably about 3 dozen zombies on the train in various points along
Inside
the front,
the cars.
middle, and rear. Correct.
Inside the cars.
Yes. And as that is going on, those of you who are near the, several of you were, so it was dining. I don't think you guys have actually even noticed that. Never mind.
Oh no, wait. I mean, I'm on top, so I might notice.
Yeah.
No, it's something else.
Oh.
Is there something we should be looking out for?
Well, there is actually another hail over the PA system, and it yells, "Woo-wee!"
Yeah.
I can't go that high. Ladies and gentlemen, it does appear that the undead horde has in fact turned hostile and has killed several members of the crew.
Oh.
Any passengers able to provide for their own self-defense are encouraged to do so, as the situation appears to be somewhat more delicate than originally anticipated.
No shit, Sherlock.
Thank you for riding MacGuffin Railways. You have a lot of options when you travel, and we do appreciate your business.
Statistically, it's still safer than driving.
But it's not more safer than flying.
Says the pilot.
Let's try to build toward Hash Bowie for life.
Oh.
Thank you, chat.
Thank you, chat.
While that is going on, Pax, clearly these are going to be needed. Hashtag MetaPoint.
Thank you.
Kira Mende. I should wait. Gentlefolk, it is time to remember and toast the fallen. Oh, that's a lousy time to use that voice. May we bow our heads for Jebediah's other self, who suffered a, let us say, minor setback. Let us,
They read that
We
one.
read
that's
that.
true. Let us set aside a bit of Valhalla,
It was
put of
before
crab
that.
legs, and sales of cotton. Hashtag
heard that
Jebediah
one.
buff. Hashtag DFA. You all do such an amazing job on Masters of the Metaverse every week. Happy anniversary, Chris and Sarah.
Oh, thank you.
Smiley face. Thank you for all the thank you for the fantastic job on both DFA and MOTM. Kelly, give Johnny some cotton pants. Hashtag Jebediah buff.
Nice.
Yay, a Masters of the Metaverse on my birthday. Hey, happy birthday!
Hey!
Happy birthday!
If
Wait,
I had
it's
any
legal.
left, I would toast
It's
you.
legal, right? We can do it. There's no rights issues for the song.
Oh no, the old ladies are dead.
It's Fractal.
Yeah.
Oh!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Fractal. Happy birthday to you. Also, happy anniversary, Sarah and Chris. Praise be to the OD. Times 3 meta point.
Thank you.
Hey.
Arms in the air,
Hey,
yay!
of
Arms in the air,
course.
yay!
I'm done.
To all of the above, and congrats to the Odies. Thank you. Smiley face. Hashtag Marcus, hashtag Nick, hashtag Jebediah, hashtag Rosie. And I think we are caught up.
Aw,
on the
thank
votes
you,
that we
Chad.
missed.
Did we just say the old ladies are dead and cheer?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that was what happened.
Specific old ladies.
What was the whole, like, you can't sing happy birthday unless, what was it, Warner Brothers or someone that was saying they had...
public domain.
I thought
It's public
that.
domain now.
I thought that was urban myth.
No, it really was for a
Hack
while.
attack is on. Donate now. Hashtag hack attack.
Oh god. Wait, is that a third
It would be a third.
hack attack that they are plotting?
Yes.
Yeah, they're plotting.
Yeah.
Plotting a hack attack. I love them.
Did you bring more champagne?
No.
No. There is a fridge out there, though. If you get
Might be
desperate.
beer in it.
So as you're on the train, there is the zombies are starting to catch up, are on board, and they are starting to attack crew members and passengers alike.
Okay, so we've rolled initiative.
You have rolled initiative, and the reason that you've rolled initiative, well, see, this is weird because you're all in different locations. So we'll keep your initiative order for now, but those of you who are in the
Front of the train, back of
front,
the train.
middle, rear,
Yeah, front of the train, back of the train.
front of the train. What is your? Give me a body check, please.
Ooh, shit.
With a, no, just a standard one.
I'm gonna use a meta point then.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm changing it.
I give you a bonus, but you're in the middle of fighting, so I don't think you would be paying that much attention.
I'm gonna use my +3, so I pass it by 1.
I'm gonna use
Cool.
my +5, so I pass it by 3.
So as you two were trying to defend the train and such, you each survived. So you survived. Sorry, Freudian slip. You each did pass your check, and you happened to glance back at the right time that you noticed in the engine there was the lead engineer, the chief, and a couple of other folk who were working with him as well. And you notice one of the other guys who was helping the engineer with running everything in the midst of this takes his coal shovel and cracks the engineer in the back of the head.
Well, okay. Johnny, we should take care of him.
Why,
Because
yes, yeah,
Because
why,
he
yes,
seems like
we
a
could.
bad
We should.
guy.
I think this would be a time to
We have lots. Use them.
use them, because then they keep him from being able to use them.
Well, he's already.
I'm gonna use one of my
I'm
buffs.
distracted brabbiting a
Are you
rat,
using a buff
so-
for this?
I'm using my buff for this.
Okay.
Not a point. To move all the way over here. And I'm gonna peg him in the back of the head with a big old lump of coal. Knock his ass out.
That sounds good.
I'm assuming since throw, I beat it by 9.
Oh, that's a great throw, actually. Then defensive check. I'm sorry you missed the throw. That actually reminds
He
me.
has range.
When you read the rule book, I don't know what it says in Silver Sentinel, but side note, in the Triset DX mod or book, it actually says that everyone can defend against ranged attacks. It's ranged blocks that you need to be trained to do. So that gives you a +2 bonus if you do a block versus a dodge.
What's up?
So, yeah, my OCD kicked in one night. So
That
I
sucks.
Read it, yeah.
But did it blow up?
Well, I mean, this is probably not the best time to have this conversation, but now that I've started down the road, I'm going to say it because someone pointed out something in Discord that made me think about it, and Christian and I had some conversation. We're on a pause. Everybody chill.
We were on a break!
We're on a
You do this
pause.
first.
Hashtag
wanna
MetaPoint
pause.
praise be to the OD who shall never have a session of Metaverse go as planned.
True.
And in his infinite patience does not break down and drink more than the Get El Man on Friday nights. May he forever find reasons not to permit voting to happen.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Jed.
Thanks, Jed.
Yes.
I actually think it would be kind of fun to give you guys the option down the road, not tonight because it's too late, but to give you the option of basically deciding for your individual character an all or nothing or a graded situation where you could say, I attack you. You have the option of saying, if I make my check, I just succeed, or my check becomes a penalty to the attacker's
Oh, I see what you're saying.
check. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like if they defended by not as much as you attacked by, then you win still.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But then,
I'm
but then the
actually-
reverse would happen too.
I'm gonna try something with that next week.
Listen,
If you don't like
Maggie,
it.
building toward the hashtag hack attack. Now back to my hoovering.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Wait, did you say listen, Maggie?
Bless you, Maggie.
Oh, because you sneezed.
Oh, because I
you sneezed.
sneezed.
It was very cute sneeze.
It always
But yeah, just trying to find a way to, since we're still kind of out of it. Last week, Teddy had a shot where he could have had a critical with his stick in the gladiatorial combat, and so he nailed his attack roll. I barely made my defensive check, but because I made the defensive check and the way we've been ruling it, no damage occurred. So the thought was that feels off because in that way the amount you succeeded didn't actually matter. So try to figure out a way to balance that. So, you know, the show's a work in progress, and we're telling you about the progress right now.
Am I next?
Because you're in here with us. Yeah, so Johnny did that attack, and that is what happened. The guy missed it, and Emily, yes, you would be next.
Okay. I would like to do my leap attack and get him with my retractable knives. Is it a possibility that I could try to steal his shovel?
I mean, you can make him drop it.
Okay, I'd like to try to make him drop
You could
it.
stab him right in here, you know, get him in some of those joints, he wouldn't be able to hold it.
Stab him in his funny bone. That'll be funny.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
Give me your attack rolls, please.
Okay. Beat that one by 5. Wait,
Glad you enjoyed it, Max Ryder. Come back anytime you like.
yes. And I beat that one by 3.
Okay. Yeah, so you go all
Sorry, 6 and 4.
happy-dappy Emily and pop out your retractable blades as you're doing it. Do a little flip going in, and yeah, you jab into the back of the man, and you hit him in both.
And I expect,
Thanks, Mark.
I expect he'll be like stunned for a while because that really hurts. I mean,
He's
it
not
messes you
stunned,
up.
but he does drop the shovel.
Good.
And while that is not going to kill him by any means, that is going to seriously have an impact on his
This is all
ability.
taking place in the dining room, right?
No,
Yeah.
No,
engine.
we're in
You
the
are
engine room.
Okay,
You guys
so
are in the
sure.
dining room.
We're doing our thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's now in the engine proper. I'm on the coal car
Okay. I understand.
because I'm throwing coal at him.
Yes, I get you.
And that
some of
will
those words.
actually take us over to the rear of the train then, where Annie and Wilbur and Richard and Teddy are continuing to deal with the zombies that are back there.
What are we gonna do about it?
Okay, can we see where they're locating as far as the sour grapes on the train back here? Which car
I mean,
it is?
you can tell that there is, in the rear, it does seem to be the dining car.
It's our car.
Yeah,
the
they are
dining car.
most attracted to.
And the dining car is not the last car.
No, there's an observation car after that.
Gentlemen, do we care about the dining car and observation car? Because we could just hop to the car in front of it, and then I could shoot the connector, and it could just disconnect.
That is an excellent plan, Miss Oakley. However, there may be people on those
And there may be
rear cars.
food that has not been
Here's a
eaten.
hashtag meta meltdown as thanks for messing with my sleep cycle.
Thanks, Void Smoker. Good to have you back.
Happy to mess with your sleep schedule.
Hearing that they apparently care about the safety of the other passengers
I don't care.
He cares about the food.
I care about the food and
and
the
the
alcohol.
food that is on the train.
We're running low.
Just get the passengers off and move them up front.
Quickly.
Excellent. I shall bully them there.
Bully. Bully, 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 bully.
This is a no bullying.
I will hold my
environment.
action until he moves the passengers, and Mr. Wright has the option to move his food
Alcohol.
/ alcohol to
Preferably
a different car.
Okay.
I will hold my action.
You're not gonna shoot the zombies in the meantime.
We need to get these people out.
I'm gonna hold my action.
Okay.
So Annie, after you would be Wilbur.
So I'm going to go into the refrigerator
Okay.
and I'm going to get all the bottles of alcohol.
Okay.
And that is all I want to do.
You can totally do it. Richard.
He's getting all the bottles of alcohol,
Correct.
and they're in the dining car? And how many cars is that
Yes,
away?
there are many of them in the dining
How
car.
many cars is that away from the engine?
From us?
16 cars.
Like you're way at the back, we're way at the front.
And we have to get to them.
You're basically at the very rear of the
No, we
train.
have
You're
to get
almost
at least
as far
one
back
car
as
We have to
away
get one
on the
car
train.
forward from the dining car.
All right. How many rounds will it take me to get to the front if I'm running on top of the cars? Gingerly, because my body isn't very good.
It'll definitely take a few. Like it's not going to be an immediate thing. Let's see. You are going to be traveling one.
Matt.
He's actually doing.
I'll just shoot zombies until that rule of cool pops up. How about that?
Yeah.
Shotgun it is.
Sounds
Is there
good.
a zombie? I shoot it.
Sounds good. I won't even ask you to do the roll for that. I'll just assume that you keep plugging them based on what's going on. Have you notified anyone in the back about what's going on at the front?
Of course.
Well, they can
We're
hear
in
us.
constant
Hey,
communication.
really?
with-
What's going on in the front?
Yes.
There's a bad guy with a shovel.
We just took out the engineer,
Yes.
Is he cute?
but we're taking care
No.
of him, and we will interrogate him.
Great.
And he's not cute.
Next round.
I have not
So
noticed his
Teddy, you are
attractiveness.
next.
Yes. How many cars are there before where Miss Annie Oakley is proposing decoupling? Like how many
one.
cars? Just the one?
It's the
there's
dining car and the observation car are the two last cars on this train. That's
Okay,
what you
so
are.
how many cars are before that?
18? You said it was a 20
14.
car.
There are 16 cars before that,
Okay.
including the engine and the tender.
In that case, I will open the door to the final few cars, and in my booming voice, shaped by my capacious lung capacity,
Yes.
which has been developed through years of swimming and my excellent oratory skills, for I have great oral skills.
I know.
Do not clip that.
I know.
And I boom out a tax cut for everyone in the first 16 cars.
Okay.
He has great oral skills.
So you do notice there were a couple of people in the observation car who had just kind of cowered there rather than go back to seek shelter in their original, in their passenger car. Similarly, there were a couple of other people in the dining car with you. Give me a check on your, what is
Bluster?
it? Yes, bluster, please.
Beat it by 1.
Yeah, I mean, they don't move as quickly as you would prefer, being that you are, the king.
I now use my action. As they start to move, I start shooting behind them to make them move faster.
You beat it by more than 1.
I beat it by 1.
No. You just beat it by more than 1.
Oh,
thanks to
excellent.
Anna.
Yes, thank you.
So between the two of you, you have found a way to encourage all of these other people to start moving in a rapidish way.
Tax cuts and survival.
North, yes, tax cuts and survival. Nothing gets people motivated
I
like
said
that.
don't clip that, you asshole.
Cuddy.
Wait, are you telling me Crash could maintain his boating ability in space? That's worth a hashtag Jackson.
Thank you, chat.
Well, there's ships in space.
Yes, why couldn't they be boats? Space boats?
They were in
I like
Serenity.
it.
Yeah, they were in Serenity.
There's definitely ships in space. I've watched
I didn't see
DFA.
a
I've seen it
fifth
happen.
element.
Get it? The shipping?
Sock of love.
Never mind. Wait, where did I just go?
No one knows where you went. They're fighting zombies. They're trying to kill a train.
I'm sorry, I've never tried to run all this stuff off my phone before, and it's confusing me. There we go, we're good. So yes, between Annie and Teddy, you've just started pushing all of the remaining people who were in the back with you towards the passenger cars.
And when they're off, I shoot the last, connector. I shoot the connector, unhook the connector,
No, you said shoot it.
I said shoot it. I shoot the connector.
Going towards the hashtag Hackaday cause of Nick's hashtag great oral skills.
Thank you very much, chat.
I'm out.
I
yeah,
don't
so you
have
do
champagne
manage
anymore.
to clear
I have
out.
never seen you that color before.
You certainly have, I'm sure.
What would the Bear Diary say?
About his great oral
Dear
skills.
diary, it's happening again.
This time the animals talk. It's a true sequel.
So a couple more rounds go by, and if you did want to start moving forward, you could towards the front of the train.
No, you said 16. That's way too
16
many.
cars? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna take
that's
a
way
while.
too many.
but- Okay.
I think running out full speed, I could maybe get through 2 cars around. I'd never make it today.
Well, some time does pass in game terms, a few rounds, and you guys are able to clear out the observation car and the dining car of other people. Meanwhile, the two of you have been up in the engine, and I'm assuming
we're gonna interrogate him.
you've probably attended to the engineer,
Yes,
and you're
because
probably trying to figure out why this other guy.
is the engineer the one who got knocked out? Is he alive?
He's alive. He's unconscious.
I'll give
Give him an
feed
apple. And then I have that rope in my muscle. I'd like to, after I've incapacitated the shovel wielding bad guy, I would like to tie him with the rope
Cool.
that I have. That was it.
Absolutely.
For the combat?
You were able to tie that guy up.
Okay, great.
A riddle for the OD. If a train leaving at 45 miles per hour
Oh,
runs
Jesus.
into a horde of zombies, leaving Phoenix at 1 mile per hour, how long is it delayed thanks to Jack causing the hashtag hack attack?
Infinitely.
Good question, Chad. I also just saw the poll that you started, and now I'm going to
Can't-
try and keep it together.
Here, what?
Oh, there was a little bit.
I also have some interrogation. I could.
Yeah, no, you're able to tie him up.
interrogate the zombie.
No, I don't have any zombies. I have a bad guy with a shovel.
You were able to tie him up and such.
Yes.
He's been in such very security.
This gentleman has. This gentleman. Well, okay. What do you do next?
I would like to intimidate him into telling me what I want to know, like why he. Yes, go ahead. Tell me.
I'm gonna assist by using my social
How many
facts.
zombies does it take to turn on a light switch? None. Just get Annie Oakley to shoot them all and then shoot the light switch. Hashtag Rosie
Mark Twain.
Thank you.
I'm gonna use my theology to help her out and make him feel really guilty.
Guilt. Guilt, the bad guy.
Oh yes.
So, what language are you speaking to this man in?
And you're great.
I have Latin, French, and the language of poetry.
Nice. I like that. You've got Maggie. Good.
Sorry, the language of poetry.
Got James too. The gentleman looks at you and what language do you start speaking in? English?
I try English because that is my preferred language.
But the language.
He just looks at you and
Then I
doesn't
try
seem to understand.
Latin.
Make him speak. Just make him talk.
There's one thing that assassins of the Old West spoke. That Assassin's Creed has taught us.
I'm doing one. Oh, I also, if I move over, I have some Spanish and Russian as well.
You can try that.
I'm going to try all the languages
Put
one at a
yourself one point
time.
over. So you say a couple things in every language. Doesn't say anything. Have you looked at this guy at all?
I'm gonna pry open his mouth and see if he has a tongue.
Have you looked at his face?
Well, of
Well,
course.
yeah.
Straight at him.
I tied him up.
Okay. This gentleman has.
So his face is what they have to look at.
This
Clever.
gentleman has features that are very strongly American Indian.
Oh. So poetry
Russian.
then. Going with poetry.
Guess what John Appleseed said.
And he will say a couple things to you, but you don't know what he says.
What is John? You are.
Oh, Johnny Appleseed
Oh, I know what Johnny's got.
absolutely does. And I don't recognize that language.
Why not?
I have,
You
the
were
language,
not.
I have the language of trade.
Because of where you have been.
What is that?
I'm going
All
to verify
across-
what I think yours says. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
You don't fully understand what he's saying.
Yeah, okay.
You speak a language known as Miwok, and this language is related through various what do you want to say, etymological chains and such. Later on, I could tell you what the language is, but you are not proficient in it. But you are proficient in a language that is similar, and so you two are able to communicate, but only at kind of half speed.
I have cultural arts. Can I have him draw a picture?
I'm just trying to get out of him who told him to do this. What's he doing?
What he reveals to you is that this train must be stopped, and that he will die to make sure that it happens.
I draw a very violent picture.
As will the rest of his team.
Why?
Well, how big is his team?
And so with that, we kick over to the back of the train, where Annie and Wilbur and Richard and Teddy are.
And we've just located the last 2 train cars. When we did that,
You shot.
and as far as you did not say did not succeed,
Also did
so
not.
therefore I assume that
She
the
also
cars
didn't get to
came
roll
attached.
for it.
Yeah.
I never asked her to roll for it.
So I assume that it succeeded.
There's assumptions for days going on right now.
So should
Is-
she roll?
Annie,
roll
could you
that-
please give me a roll to see if you can shoot this train off? Let's see how cinematic we can make this.
Certainly can. Yes, please. I beat that by 8.
Do you still have your buff?
I
Yes,
do
she has
still
your
have my
Patreon
buff. I also have my Patreon.
You beat this by 10 or more, I'll let you do it.
Oh, I'll use my Patreon points, and then I beat it by 11.
Boom. Somehow defying all reality, but summoning what is well known as movie logic and the rule of cool on its own. Annie Oakley does line up a couple shots with her 6 guns, flips them around, pew pew, fires off 2 shots. They sound better, they sound like that. And does manage to somehow hit the exact right spot to uncouple that car. And which, knowing what that process looks like, still blows my mind that you somehow managed to make it work. But you do, and all of the facets hop into gear and such, and it does. You watch the dining car.
Now, do
the
the
observation
zombies,
car
do any of
start
them
peeling away.
stay with those cars?
Absolutely, the ones who were obsessed with the dining car area, they are going away. The ones who were, about 8 cars in front of you, they're still doing their thing. The ones up by the engine, they're still doing their thing.
So I'm gonna go on my nanowa.
Did she just leave us behind?
No,
you
I'm
moved.
assuming that she didn't shoot until you guys got on.
Yeah, that's what.
I assumed that when
She
he
did hold
said
her action
everyone was
for
moving, it was including us.
Yes.
All right.
We are included in
Because last time I
everyone.
remember we were on the dining car.
Right.
Like,
Well,
wait a minute.
when he said
Tell me
everyone
about it,
moved,
Ro.
I
Tell
thought
me
it
about it.
included. Right. Well, Team I and I alone have solved the mystery because only my brain could figure out what this problem was. We have to get rid of the grapes.
Oh, bro.
There are no grapes.
Hell, bro.
There's no grapes where I am.
Well, then find them and get rid of them.
I am in the engine room. What? There are no
And you
grapes.
can't talk to him. Only Johnny can. So make yourself useful and go find some grapes.
The grapes are driving them into a frenzy of anger. You might even call them the grapes of anger.
Also, I was thinking maybe different name, the Grapes of Mad.
Grapes
Because
of
they're crazy.
Indeed, they are.
Rage.
Grapes of rage. I like
Ooh,
that.
that's even better.
Yes.
Why
How
is
about
the
the grapes of
champagne
Wrath?
gone?
Froth.
That is the dumbest name I've ever
Okay,
heard.
that's right.
Froth.
What is happening?
Well, so
Whose
Annie
turn
has
is
just
it?
uncoupled the last
Yes.
2 cars from the train, and to her credit, this has, despite its
Thank you.
weird use of physics, she found a weak spot. I don't
Yeah,
know.
there was it was screwed in with
It
one
happens.
one little nut. and
But she
screwed
does
out.
manage to uncouple these last 2 cars, and that does remove that section of the zombie threat as they continue on with the cars. However, there are still the zombies that are on the train in front of you, and there are still the zombies that are on the train up towards the engine.
And zombies in front of us.
Yep.
Okay, and it's the dining room car people's turn, right?
Yeah. So Annie is up after you have fired off and done this.
Well, seeing that this has worked, I instantly know that it's performance opportunity, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going.
Clearly.
I'm going to turn, and can I notice where the next major car of a?
Here's another thought. How about the grapes of being seriously perturbed? Hashtag MetaPoint.
Thank you. I like that. Seriously perturbed. Can I can tell which car the zombies are flocking to in the sense of grapeness.
They are charging the engine and the 9th car from the front, which is the 7th cargo car.
Right, so that one's closer to me.
The 7th cargo car is closer to you.
Excellent. I will, through a series of beautiful cartwheels.
It's considerably closer.
Yeah.
Through a series of beautiful and perfect cartwheels.
Cartwheels. Cartwheel my way on top of the train towards that car. What are you doing?
How long?
What are you doing?
Give me
Go
your-
away.
Give me your body check.
I don't like sitting next to Kelly. Okay, I miss Sarah. Okay, yes, I will magically cartwheel. And as I'm cartwheeling, because I assume that's probably going to take most of my turn to get there, I will also shoot other zombies that are attempting to.
Now, how are you going to, when you cartwheel?
Oh,
you
one-handed
use-
cartwheels.
Oh, okay. So one hand shooting, one hand cartwheeling.
Right, one-hand cartwheels, and you shoot, and then you throw the gun to the other hand.
How about the grapes of dance? Hash Bowie for life.
Oh my god. Thank you.
Did that just happen?
Oh, yeah. That just happened.
So we need to take a break for a moment to do a dance, please, Mark, when that is possible.
Oh my gosh.
And AK, I haven't been following. Have we hit any other targets so far? Let me know when you're ready, Mark.
And he's about to miss several.
Well,
No, I'm gonna hit all my targets. I'm gonna roll so well.
She will. She'll have rolls for days.
It's
Also, it's my, while we're waiting, it's my turn. I'm totally using a meta point.
And we have a
Okay.
meta mount on a rule of cool as
Oh,
well.
I know. There's several things to throw at you guys soon. Don't worry.
He likes to do them all at the same
I know. I'm like, could we just?
So we are boned.
So we are
Yes.
boned. That's totally it.
Oh, I hit my tooth.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Chris!
Aww. Lovely.
Thank you for that, chat.
Thank you, Chad.
So yes, I will be doing one-handed cartwheels
Uh-huh.
down the top of the train, and with my other hand, I will still be shooting zombies.
Okay, can you
I have no penalty, by the way, to my shooting.
It's true. Your shooting I am not concerned about. If you could please give me the rolls for...
My one-handed cartwheels, which is a body
Basically, we
roll.
just want to find out how badly you fail. That's what we're looking for here.
Sometimes it works. It worked once, right?
Do I get to use my buff after I roll, or do I have to call it before I roll?
You have to call it... Well, if it's your patron, you can do it after.
She already used that.
The other one you do beforehand.
Okay, I'm gonna save it. Oh, am I?
We don't know.
Oh God, I don't want to wait. Okay, no, I'm saving it. I'm saving it. Okay, I'm rolling.
Her rosy buff.
Oh.
That wasn't
Oh,
awful.
it was close. I missed it by 2.
Wasn't bad.
That's not a bad roll, but I did miss it by 2.
That's pretty good.
She probably didn't lose teeth in the
That's
falling off.
pretty much it. So yeah, so Rosie, in a fit of bravado, as she is apt to do, decides that she's gonna fling herself on top of the train.
No, I was already on top of the train.
Okay, sure. And you
No,
were
I climbed on
cartwheel-
top, and so I was going to do one-handed cartwheels to the next car where I thought the grapes were, while
Gotcha.
shooting at the same time, because I saw it as a performance opportunity.
Cool. So
Contemporary dance styles.
So you, you do. You get on top and you start trying your cartwheels up the train, and then you realize that I don't really have a better way of putting it than just that you fail. I love it dearly.
Maybe she
and
got
it-
through a couple and then her hand slipped.
It's not even the first one, honestly. Like she put her hand down and she hit like zombie goo and just slipped. And just kind of crumpled down, did a bit of a face plant, tumbled over into a kind of a somersault half-heartedly.
Landed on her face, still making shots.
Winds up laying on
I
her
did
back,
still make the
looking
shots.
looking up at the sky, wondering if anybody saw this. At the same time, thinking to herself, probably looked pretty good if someone did see it. In fact, if we lived in the time and place, would have taken a selfie. But
And she keeps trying. I mean, she doesn't stop. She's going to continue
she
this
does.
until her next.
so give me 3 more rolls, please.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was a 7. Missed it by 3.
Okay.
So these are still
So she
body
again
rolls?
does another kind of half-hearted, kind of cartwheely roll thing, firing off shots, pegging the occasional zombie, but still not sticking the landing.
Oh,
By how
that
much?
was a miss by 6.
Okay. Yeah.
By
still.
what?
Give me one more, please. Just one
Okay.
more. Just one more little one.
Oh, the power of chat be with me. The power of chat be with me.
Only
Think
Holy Ollie
good
can save
thoughts.
you now.
Good thoughts.
You just need the power of low rolling. Your stats are so bad.
Low.
That wasn't it.
Low.
Missed it by 8.
So we had a miss by 7, a miss by 6, a miss by 8. So Annie Oakley climbs on top of the train, and rather than just doing the normal human being thing of
And walking.
and shooting the zombies, she decides to get into this, like, just, pardon me, clusterfuck of cartwheeling, shooting stuff, and manages to peg a couple zombies, which is awesome. Does slip on zombie goo a couple times and such. And to make a very long story short, your friend Annie is currently hanging off of a mail hook on the side of one of the train cars.
But
she's okay, right?
But still
She's
shooting
fine.
zombies.
She's not like
She's
hanging
fine,
off a mail hook.
but
She's
she
just kind of
now
like.
has the mail hook through the back of her shirt. And
Is
she's
it going to
just
keep her
hanging
from?
off of the side of it?
Question: Is
Shooting
this mail
zombies.
hook going to keep her from moving around at all?
Correct.
Oh, yeah, we'll keep her where she is. She's
This is
in perfect
this
position.
is a win-win situation.
Yeah, she's in a perfect position to actually
She's
be
relatively
useful.
safe. She can still shoot things, but she can't move.
On the bright side,
Wilbur,
she
you're up
looks
next.
fabulous
Why?
right there.
I know.
So
Is
we're
she,
still.
may I ask, is her head
We're awake right
toward the train or facing away from the train?
Where are
Because
we?
I imagine
The
that
dining car.
the train is
dining
like
car's
this,
still, right?
the mail
No,
hook is
dining
like
car's
this.
gone.
Dining car's
Train.
not. We're just
now. So
Right.
we're one.
So is she
She's
facing
back
out?
to it.
She's facing
one
parallel
after.
to, or perpendicular to the train.
So
are we
her
still
butt
doing
is
the
right here.
conveyor?
Her butt is to the train.
My butt
you've
is
been-
on the
you've been
train,
around. You're on
and I'm
top,
hanging
right?
out.
Yep.
I got
Yep.
it. Okay, just checking.
I want to get up there with you.
What are you gonna do, Wilbur?
I'm gonna go find Gatlin.
Okay,
He's right above you.
you found him.
I'm gonna shoot some things.
You gonna shoot Gatling?
No, some
The
things.
zombies.
Okay.
I want some
Gatling is
zombies.
not a thing.
I mean,
Man.
He makes things.
with his oral skills.
So you climb up on top of the train as well,
Yes.
and you start firing off. At
I know. I
zombies.
start throwing bottles of alcohol.
Oh,
And here we just thought you were taking them because Wilbur's a huge.
They are
rush.
made of grapes. Are any of them wine? Does
Some
any
of them are, yeah.
Does any of it work?
So
as
give me a couple of rolls.
And hope you get like a bottle of corked wine that lands on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes them stay right there.
just open the
How
wine
many
and
do
let
you
it.
want?
That wine is just shitty enough for them to love.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you,
Is
Spumante.
this for a tag?
We love our champagne.
We can just throw in.
Let's help these unicorn pilots save this kid train.
Thank you, Chad.
Thank you very much, chat. Your target number is a 9.
Okay,
A
so
9.
you made it by -7.
Did I?
No.
you missed. You rolled.
On that
You
one.
missed
Yeah.
hard.
So right, you climb up on top of the train, you start throwing bottles, and yeah, you're missing left and right. And I mean, and in
No,
your
I'm just
defense,
wasting alcohol at this
in your defense, it
crying.
was just not a good idea.
No, it's a
Richard,
lovely idea.
you are up
Taunting him
next.
with
Okay.
wine.
There are still zombies around the car.
Yes.
I need to, okay, well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a knee,
Mhm.
I'm going to aim, and I'm going to fire at a zombie.
Okay.
Logic for the win.
I'm not going to run. I'm not going to cartwheel. I thought maybe I'd shoot some zombies.
I'm gonna just say you hit it then. I'm not gonna make you roll.
Yeah, I'm going to. So, yeah. So I
plug the
hit that
zombies.
zombie for free.
Yep.
Hacksaw.
Gotcha.
I activate my ability. Now I hit everything within range.
For free.
I'm metagaming you. It's the name of the show.
You managed to hit.
Oh, hold on. Let me read Hacksaw to you.
No, I know what it says. What did I roll? You managed to hit 12 zombies with that
I'll take
single
it.
shot.
Thank you so much.
That was on a D12, by the way.
I know what I saw you roll the die.
Yeah.
Oh, wow! I
You
got
did.
away without rolling, everybody.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's
Well
go.
Well
played.
played.
You do. You line your shot up well, and it's almost as if there was something karmic about making an intelligent character choice.
I don't know what
Teddy,
you're
you're up
talking
next.
about, Chris.
I love you, Max.
So with my giant shotgun, I just killed 12 zombies.
Yep.
Woo!
So I see a damsel hanging in distress off the side of a train.
Don't you dare!
There is clearly but one thing to do, and that is to run chestfully back to my quarters, where I keep Taft saddled at all times, and then burst through the side of the train car, riding the manly buffalo in manly style, smacking it big stickily, and right up and under Miss Annie Oakley to save her.
Big white buffalo.
Physics be damned.
Like, what is the buffalo standing on at this point?
It's running.
Character.
Sheer awesomeness.
Through the horde of zombies.
I understand now.
I think you're gonna
So,
have to stand on it to get
Teddy.
high enough.
Teddy, if you would please give me.
To you, golf shorts.
Yeah.
You're just jealous I don't have to wear that bear costume in this weather.
I am extremely jealous. I am burning with jealousy and heat stroke.
I need you to give me.
He's probably
You could
anxious
take
for
it
that.
off.
I need you to
One
give me
reason to
an
stay
animal
here.
training roll,
Brilliant.
a riding roll,
Aha.
a
Physics be
that's
damned
pretty-
roll.
and what was the third thing you were trying to do?
Physics be damned.
Physics be damned.
Physics be damned.
I will bluster
I need a
physics
bluster
into complying.
roll.
All right. Here we go. Animal training. Snake eyes. Beat it by 11.
Awesome. So the buffalo is definitely going to want to do everything that you want it to do. The bison,
Excellent.
excuse me, the bison
They
is
are
going
of
to
one mind.
Riding.
taft as yes.
Beat it by 5.
Okay, yeah, you're going to do a solid ride on this.
Boosh. Out the side. And now physics.
And somehow, I don't know how this happens. It happens in super slow-mo.
Oh yes.
Like it's as if it's just cinematic. You're watching the side of the train,
Glint.
and then there's this explosion
Why
as
is your
Teddy and
chest
Taft
glinting?
come bursting
Because
out
I
of the
waxed
side.
it before I go.
That is a photo right there.
Tearing
There's,
his
a, there's an old-timey photographer
Void
standing.
smoker, you have
this
your
happens
I was
to
gonna
me.
say, yeah, if Void is still watching, or anyone else, there's the.
Him busting out of the side of the train.
I'm
This is to complete the
Busting.
rap battle hashtag hack attack plus the train approaches a river crossing.
Oh my
And a
god.
boat named Dr. Zombie's Dead Beacon Great Pigeon is docked at the bridge. Could our players use their boating and cooking skills to save the day?
We're cooking. What are we
I am out of champagne.
Why are there 4 hack attacks?
Because they just
They just dropped. Wait, they had dropped another hack attack.
There's 4.
Yeah.
What was the first? I knew
Somebody
two
just
of them.
tipped $410.
Well, there was the
I
one
knew
from
we just
last
got
week.
this one.
The one you haven't told us about.
AK, I know about 2 hack attacks that were beforehand. I don't know what the one. I know the one that just hit. I don't know the one before that.
Rap battle.
Someone send more.
Thank you for reminding me.
They want a rap battle. That's
And some dental floss. And more alcohol.
We're lost.
This is to complete the rap battle plus another one. You just
Plus
finished
another
on
one.
somebody else's and then bought his own.
Okay, but what's the other one do? So there's a rap battle for some
We have
reason.
2 of them.
You really
earlier
don't need a
than he
reason
already
for a
does.
rap battle, my dear.
Oh no.
So I can rap about anything I want?
The
I'm
only
just
thing you
gonna
need is a
assume it's
worthy
all
opponent.
it's all gonna work out. No problem. There's a way to make this work.
Am I still in slow-mowing towards the ground?
Yes, you are slow mowing towards the ground as I figure out where I am in chat.
Lost. We're all lost. Is there a specific subject that this rap battle is about? Because I would like to know that. Now.
I know less than you do at the moment, so just give me a moment. Yes, so you land.
Let's decide
Tap
as
hits
a
the
group.
ground.
Ah!
What should our rap
know,
battle be about?
Game on.
don't
You
know.
start galloping frantically towards your good friend Annie, who is damseling in distress from this male.
She's not. She's very confidently shooting things.
Yes.
It's true.
In fact, when he approaches and I realize he's going to save me, I'm going to try to kick him.
She's not gonna succeed at it.
I will roll my body to see if I succeed in kicking
Yep.
him away. If you want.
I'm fine not making that physics roll.
Hey, go for it. I just want another
That is a
riding roll, actually.
She super failed.
That's a super fail.
By how
Might have
much?
kicked herself in the face.
How much?
A lot.
She might have just kicked herself right
How
into
much?
his lap.
Oh, I got a 13 and my body's a 4.
I mean, I'm sorry. Go ahead and give me your roll, please.
Physics roll?
No, I want a riding roll.
You did that already.
I did. I made the writing roll. That's how I got it.
Perfect. So as you come running towards Annie, she, in a fit of bravado, is so upset that you would do this that she starts kicking and flailing. And anyone who was watching this in a cinematic way would notice that that back
It's
shirt is
ripping.
starting to tear and such. And to make a long story short, it goes exactly where you think it was. It rips free and she drops, hurtling to the ground as
I
if she would
stand.
be smooshed by the train. But instead, Teddy is there with open arms, standing on the back of Taft.
Beginning to
Catch
sing
you.
the words to Open Arms.
Is she naked now?
No,
Oh, good.
she had on other layers.
Oh, did she?
The bloomers.
No,
and
she
the,
didn't.
The corset.
I don't know.
It's your endowment. You decide.
That's true.
There you go.
I say bloomers.
I think she's bare-breasted, riding
But
on the
no
buffalo.
nipples. But no nipples.
We have a
Yeah.
romance.
No, you could actually shoot those off the flea at 100 yards.
nipples.
So basically, we have a romance novel cover going on.
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
Wait.
she is bare bare-breasted on Teddy's bison, but she landed. Did she land in front of
Can
Teddy
you
or
maybe have
behind?
pigtails
caught you.
tastefully covering each areola?
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Thanks.
Oh my
that would,
gosh. Thank
He
you,
caught you.
that would sure make me
And
happy.
then Fabio's.
Oh God.
He caught you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that one apparently
Oh,
is a
what?
good hack attack.
That's an oh god.
No, we're fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. How are
Everything's
you?
fine. How are you? I'm fine. How are you?
Everything
Boring
good here.
conversation
Hi.
anyway. So yes, you've just caught Annie, so you guys are safe.
Do you perhaps give her your bear suit so she can cover up her?
Oh no, I am
bits?
proud
Bear suit?
and have no problem. Oh, there we go.
She has her own bear suit, obviously.
She has every reason to be proud.
Thank you. Thank you.
Zach, I'm so
welcome.
sorry.
You wear them well.
I'm so sorry.
Well, here's a question.
Noticing that I have been
Defrocked?
noticing that I'm not going to say rescued or saved. I have been aided.
Caught. You've been caught.
I've been caught by King Roosevelt.
You probably attribute this to your
I
good
thought
timing.
I thought you
Exactly.
just
You
landed.
helped weigh down his buffalo
if
so
your
it wouldn't float
timing
away.
had not been so good, this never would have happened.
Yes, it was your timing that did it.
Yes, clearly.
Clearly.
But noticing that we are now on the outside of said train on Taft, I'm going to climb onto the shoulders of of King Roosevelt, bare-breasted, and shoot as we ride.
Where are you keeping these guns?
They're on my hips. They don't keep them in my shirt. They're on my pants.
Oh, are you asking about specifically her titty guns? Because those aren't there.
Those are next episode.
Well, then to aid,
Anywho, so you're firing off left and right, pegging
and right, while
zombies
I'm on
as the
Teddy's
two of you
shoulders.
gallop like the wind on Taft.
to aid her, I stand as well and ride him like a surfboard.
Oh,
With her
yes.
on your shoulders.
We are the perfect team.
Aren't
But
we?
you're standing on. Get a riding roll,
Yes.
please. And a riding roll, please.
I beat it by 9.
I'm going to use my buff for this roll.
Can I jump
Is there
in?
any
I
more
get a
of that?
plus
Can I
5?
jump in?
Set that bottle over here,
Jump
James. Over this. Hand it to me.
I love this show and all you crazy people so much.
Thank you.
My
wanna
Mondays are
jump
so
on it.
awesome thanks to you. Hashtag
Can I take my
MetaPoint.
clothes off and jump on it too?
Thank you.
I would be offended if
Did
you
you-
didn't.
I did declare that I was using my buff
I heard you.
beforehand,
Yes.
which
Your
means
buff.
I beat my score by 3.
I know.
Thank you very much. Thank God I had a plus
Well
5.
played.
Bison?
So yes, the two of you are now riding on this
both ways.
bison. The bison is
I want to jump on the
barreling
bison,
forward,
bare-breasted.
knocking down zombies, staying, stride and stride with this train that is
Boldly,
pushing forward.
boldly.
I'm just covering them at this point.
Yeah. I wish,
I don't
covering's a
wanna
good
cover- I
thing
don't
to do
wanna
for
cover
her right
anything.
now.
Professor
Oh, you
Catlin,
meant covering
what
fu-
is
yeah.
happening over there?
I'm
Well-
expressing my rights as a female.
As a Christian, I can't really explain it to you out loud.
I hear screams and cheers, actually, from close. I don't understand. What is happening?
And while that happens, there is another over
good.
the PA system.
Hello there, motherfuckers. This may have been a test for Chad, but I want to take the
Good test. Way to break.
opportunity
Let's
to
not
say
do that
thank you
again.
to the cast for an amazing show. Also, happy anniversary to Chris and Sarah.
Thank you.
Hashtag MetaPoint.
They used
you.
happy anniversary,
Yeah, they've been
motherfuckers.
wondering for a while what would happen. Chad, I'm going to ask you to not abuse that in a very kind way, please. But mega points for figuring out again that the Twitch censor is
dumb.
He
incompetent.
just doomed that to happen. Does he really?
Yeah, so nice.
No.
we
they're
would
gonna-
like
they're
to
gonna be
stay on
nice.
the air, and I think they would
have
like us
faith.
to stay on the
I
air.
have faith that they're going to let us stay. Ladies and gentlemen, it does appear that several members of the crew have, for reasons still unknown, decided to take advantage of the current situation to attack some of our passengers and other crew members. We do apologize for any inconvenience and or lethal interactions and wish to make it clear that their behavior does not reflect official MacGuffin company policy. Any passengers wishing to file a formal complaint regarding their experiences with one of these aforementioned crew members are encouraged to fill out a comment card available in the dining car at your nearest convenience. Thank you for riding MacGuffin Railways. We know you have a lot of options when you travel, and we appreciate your business.
I just laugh out loud because the dining car is way behind us at this point.
It's miles behind at this
Dang it, we
point.
can't fill out a comment card.
The train is starting to slowly pick up speed, by the way.
Oh, good.
As this is all going
Is
on.
the mass of zombies
It is starting to
diminishing?
thin.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there are still several on the train.
Uh-huh. And I want you to think about something that that person just said.
Yes.
That many crew members are like the shovel-wielding bad guy.
Yep.
Yeah, and he did say he had his
Friends.
crew.
Yes.
They had to stop the train no matter what, which we still don't know why.
And he ain't really saying that because he doesn't know Russian.
All right. So who is it? Us?
Top of the line, Johnny.
I think we're out of foes in this general neck of the woods. Perhaps you should find some more people.
But why?
To
You
fight.
could ask why.
I had asked why was my last
See
question.
if there's a distinguishing feature about the crew members that are bad,
Well, sure, well, same tribe as him.
or maybe they have like a mark or something.
I'm gonna seduce
It-
him.
I'm gonna start heading back
Good call.
through the train,
I'll break GM character and tell you right now he's not going to give you anything else.
Beating.
So, good call.
up.
So as you get past the tender and you start moving to the cargo unit, you do notice that there is a cluster of crew members engaged in battle with each other in the lead cargo car.
Oh.
And it is just a, what is it? What was that 1990s company? Not Bennigan's, the company that had like the big diversity thing. The colors of Benetton. It's like one of their advertisements. It's just everybody and their mother.
We
is
all
there.
filled our quotas.
No, it's just they're all there. Everybody is there. There's a huge fight going on, and it's unclear as to who is with who, but you see just everything under God's green earth, on God's green
So
earth.
we
Shall
should
we-
go there. I think that's...
Shall we start thumping?
Is there anything I can steal from the guy that's tied up?
Steal his pants.
I don't really want to spam.
I'll steal his pants. Just in case.
Just
you
in
know?
I'll
case.
seduce him.
Let's
You're not
push it
there.
right in
That's a
there.
good
I
idea.
want to be.
That's an extra pair of pants. to let me know when
You
I'm-
never know when you need him.
All right, so we
And
go there.
for my action, if we're waiting until the,
Yeah.
I'm gonna climb up on a couple of the chairs.
Mhm.
I'm gonna scream out for their attention. Just
There are no chairs. You're in a cargo car.
oh, it's cargo.
Yep.
Boxes. Climb on boxes.
Basically picture a very large, just a car that's just blank. I mean, there are all sorts of what do I want to say, boxes and chests and barrels and things in this room, and kind of a walkway down the middle where people are fighting. But that's about it.
I'm screaming at the top of my lungs to get their attention.
Yeah,
Does it work? Just to get them to start turning and looking my way.
people are trying to kill each other right now.
All right, then I'm just gonna go start something.
Yeah, you're gonna start what?
Something. Oh, I'm not gonna start thumping. I'm gonna start thumping.
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 Thumping,
Thumping.
thumping,
I'm gonna start thumping.
Like a
thumping,
bunny.
Thumping.
thumping,
Thumpers.
thumpers. You're gonna start thumping.
Thumping. I'm not
Okay,
starting
with
thumping.
like a stick.
Thumping.
What are you gonna thump?
I fist.
I know. I keep pushing my bottle.
I
on
also,
something
I also have a shovel.
So
Yeah,
you,
because we took that shovel. I disarmed
No.
it.
I'd
no,
like.
Not on your
another shovel?
bad
I have a shovel.
Oh, okay. You do have a shovel.
I'd like to speak to Dana right now.
Dana's not here.
Yeah, that's what I thought. There's only Zool.
Only the
There's only Johnny.
only the keymaster.
Yes. So you were gonna what?
Thump it.
He's thumping.
Richard, talk to him. Tell him that I'm gonna stop
I'm about
thumping.
to skip his initiative and go to Emily. So
He's
what
just
is he
trying
trying
to
to
tell you.
do?
He wants to start thumping something.
With a shovel.
Hashtag
You wanna be
meta point
thoughting
filled
something.
out the comment card. Train ride okay, except for the sudden flash mob.
Yeah.
I'm zombie cosplayers and
Nice.
that half-naked lady off the side of the train.
No, it's not how.
Also, there was some strange guy with no pants. 4 out of 5 stars. Needs more voting.
Well played, Jack.
Yes, that's what I said. I want
wanna
to
be
thump.
thumping
I
something.
want to start thumping.
You want
wanna
to
be
start
thumping
thumping
And
something.
it's
Yeah,
pronounced,
see, that's what I said.
Flesh mob. Flesh mob.
They had Yelp in the old days.
Oh, I got him.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a half. We'll call that a 2.5.
I don't know. There was actual spittle.
Spittle.
Right.
He's
boy,
beating on people with a shovel. Let's go.
thumping,
Thumping.
thumping,
Thumping.
something.
Right.
So who are you gonna thump first? Doesn't matter because you don't know. Just give me an
I don't
attack
know.
roll with your shovel.
Oh, Snake Eyes.
Okay, odds even as to which guy you. Oh, Snake Eyes?
Snake Eyes.
You got lucky. You chose one of the bad guys.
Are they distinguishable from the good guys in any way?
They're fighting the good guys.
And
You
then I'm gonna
thump this
soliloquy.
Huh? You thump this guy upside the head and he just collapses to the ground as soon as you hit him. I mean, it's just a good hard crack with your shovel. Drops like a rock.
I thought I was gonna soliloquy, but that's where it's just too hard to say.
All right, I know what I'm going to do.
Yeah, that's good because Emily, you're up next.
Okay, I am assuming that the train has some of those little stopping cord things.
No, it does not, especially in the cargo car.
They don't. They all have the
Not a
things.
cargo car, no.
Where are you getting? Are you sitting on the top of the train?
Okay,
Also, we're trying to not stop.
Yeah, remember that.
I know.
Remember the train is speeding up.
I
too.
had plans.
Involving slowing.
Okay, I am going to. Frick, you really wrecked what I was going to do.
Something, something.
I'm gonna. Is there any way that I can communicate to them that I have connections in the engine room and I can stop this train at any moment to see who reacts so I can tell who the bad guys are from the good guys? That's why I wanted to threaten to
brilliant.
stop the train.
I see what you're saying.
Can I roll to see if there's a stopping train thing somewhere in my car?
You
Can
can
I
just
give her-
trick
can I
them
give
into
her a
thinking
clue?
that you
Or I
can.
could trick them.
The real people working here will know that there's not anything in here. You can just fake it.
Oh, I'm gonna do that.
Don't make me stop this
Yeah, but
engine
the
right
ones-
now. The
the-
people who look are the good
Sure, you do it.
Okay.
Give me that roll.
Okay.
Give me a.
I'm using a metaphor.
Yeah, there you go.
And some psychology.
I have
So-
some oh wait, that I'm not using anymore. Psychology it is.
No, you
oh, min-max. Oh, you
min-max.
min-maxer. Thank you. All right, psychology it is. I beat that by 4.
They have an emergency brake, but I don't want one on this train right now. Uber. You made that by 4?
By 4. So I want to be able to tell the good guys
So
from the
you
bad
yell
guys.
out. What do you yell out?
Don't make me stop this train right here. And then I see the bad guys go, and the good guys go.
Sure. That's the exact
the bad
facial
guys want
expression
to
they
stop.
make.
I know
Train.
that's why they're going. The
Right,
bad
so-
guys are going. Yeah.
They'll stop fighting. They're like, yeah, do that.
Show us
They do
bad guys
exactly
again.
that.
Yeah, it's
Bad
weird
guys?
actually.
It's a double thumbs
Bad
up.
guys?
I gave it away.
They do. They do. They give you this giant, just like
Yes.
shit-eating grin and this double thumbs up, and there's this wink. Like that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then so I do that, and I'm hoping that the cargo has something juicy in it, so that I can then mark the bad guys with the juice of perhaps the grapes and throw it at them. I just want to be able to tell them.
She just wants to leave like her mark on them
Yeah.
with the juice.
So that way we don't mess up and get the good guys.
Do we have any kind of marker juice?
I have sleight of hand lockpick.
She did it. I didn't even have to prompt her. Oh my god.
Happy anniversary.
And burglary.
So you can fine. Fine. There is a random pile of zombie goo on the ground that you used your Emily Dickinson, badass ninja, only ninja in the room. So you're more powerful. I know that I did it. Thank you, Kelly. That you somehow fling goo all over the
Only the
room
bad guys. Only the bad guys.
and
I'm very
managed to
precise.
only hit the bad guys,
I'm very precise.
marking them with your
Quick, Sarah. Use your
Special mark.
attributes.
I never special. Can't like. I do.
Does she get it in their eyes so it's actually a zombie?
I will hit you.
Meanwhile, towards the rear of the train.
Oh, stop it!
All the good stuff happens back here, baby.
So,
See, now we know who's bad.
I have so much heat.
Yes, we do.
Matt's like, can we please talk about it?
Meanwhile, towards the rear of the train, you guys are still locked in battle with the zombie horde. As the train is beginning to perk up, you have decoupled the last two cars.
Yeah.
you're starting to get rid of the zombies that were in the way. And as you run towards the front of the train, checking to see what's going on, we're gonna just hand wave,
Yay.
and you all wind up in that front cargo car where all
know,
this
everybody
fighting is
can
going
see
on.
who's that.
Wait. Who's president? Never mind.
What?
The bad guys are marked
A
with
lot of hand waving.
the bad guys are marked with zombie goo.
So we're
Excellent thinking.
Thank you.
And you manage to engage in this combat and
Oh, that
such,
was bad.
and after a while you were able to incapacitate the other people who seem to have been so intent on stopping this train.
That's good.
And several of them actually are members of the same tribe or speaking the same language. There are a few folks. Does anyone in the group speak Spanish?
If I move
I-
over,
I
do.
does.
I do.
Okay, a couple of the folks, their primary language is Spanish, but they
I
even though they
speak
can
Spanish.
communicate with you, they won't speak much. They don't want to tell you much. And there are a couple of folks who, because I don't know what term I'm supposed to use anymore, are European descended. White folk.
They are of Caucasian heritage.
Yes,
Sir.
there you go.
That's not a real thing.
They're
I
not.
hope not. I don't know. They might be.
So there is not one definitive group involved, as it were.
Okay. So we're not
But they're
racially
all
profiled.
very, but yeah, but the most you were able to get out of this group is that the train needs to stop.
What if
Why?
Why won't they tell us? Can I seduce them?
That's not gonna happen.
I'm not going to tell you anything.
They're not going to tell me. Even if I
So
take off my
meanwhile,
coat.
you guys continue to push
Even a
forward on the
bare-breasted
train.
woman with guns pointing at them, they're not gonna
You're
tell
making
you?
And
huge
even a bare-breasted
assumptions about their
man
sexual
and a black
orientation.
No, I'm just-
child.
Any of them. They can't.
She's actually just playing the odds.
Yeah, actually.
No, it's
yeah.
fair. But no, they are. They were here for a very specific reason, and you
So
know,
why are we keeping them alive?
Because we're
'cause
better
you're
than that.
not
I-
because you're not marauders.
Because Mr.
What?
Mr.
But
Wright,
we're renegades.
we have
so...
seen enough death. I have seen enough death.
I'm gonna
personally
use
to
a meta
inflict it.
point to go over one.
Okay.
And I will at least tie them all up
securely.
securely,
That's
remedy
fine.
style.
Yeah, you're able to
just
get them
want to
tied up. You can deal with them later on.
Can I
Thank
just
you
dance
so
for
much for the great happy birthday song. Here's 3 hashtag meta points to get us to the second waffle. Less than 3.
Oh, it,
Go
Thank
back
you.
to the
I
middle.
know we were up there. I assumed we'd hit one waffle, but I honestly wasn't sure. So
Aw, thank you.
Thank you.
I spent
Thank you
So wait,
very
that
much,
means
Franco.
that we've got our unlocks, right?
correct. You have
Spending
one
2
use of
points.
your power thing. 2
Go
points.
back to the middle.
So
That's too many points for president.
So as you guys continue forward on the train,
Indeed.
I just want to
you've
dance.
dealt with the zombie situation. You've dealt with
Yeah, those 4 hack attacks are still up there, which is still terrifying to me.
Yep.
We
You
have
think
a
it's
lot of
terrifying
things.
for you? I have to remember what they all are and figure out how to incorporate them into a somewhat coherent storyline.
You've got almost an hour. I don't.
Yeah.
I just want to dance.
Tough. Unless that's a hack attack.
So you guys continue on the train after this situation, and yes, these other gentlemen have been taken into custody, and they will be dealt with by the proper authorities. That would be the special police of the MacGuffin Railways. Like every good railroad of the time, they have their own police force.
Sure.
Why are they trying to stop us?
So,
Is there any way that we could use our skills to talk them into letting us know what's going on and who tried to sabotage
Yeah.
us? Like, do we have a shot at this,
The
or is
best
this just
you will
something
get-
we should look past?
the best you will get out of them is that, how do I phrase this?
I don't know.
I know. I need to read my notes because I told myself exactly what I could and could not tell you. Come on, Chris from yesterday. What did you say?
I think I'll have another.
Oh,
I know, Chris, this whole time.
Baby, I'm right there with you.
let's hang out after the show.
Thank you for coming.
They tell you that that you were able to get out of them that there are materials in the cargo bay that they do not want to see reach Phoenix.
investigate
And
the
you
cargo
are
bay?
eventually able to figure out, what they're talking about, and it's just some metal.
Metal. Is it put
it's-
together in any kind of way?
It's ore.
Oh.
Is it metal?
Is it ore that might be used
One of the
in a power plant?
cargo holds has a large supply of ore in it.
I have somewhat of an expertise in physical sciences.
Yep.
I'll take a look at it.
Give me a roll.
gonna just
Just
that would be
scooch that
silly
over
not
just
to
a little
do
bit.
that.
Yeah, it would.
There is going to be a penalty on this, just so you know.
Right. In case it's adamantium, super unobtainium, or mithril.
I would tell you if it was one of those.
I would make it with a -4.
With a -4?
Mm-hmm.
It is. Let's see, you're primarily going with Gatling and with Crash. Crash has no idea what this is.
Oh, sorry, that's the wrong way. But even with
No,
the
I'm just letting you know that Crash has no idea what this is. Gatling can tell that it is a metal he has never interacted with before.
Right, which means not on the periodic table. So, curious, taking some.
Sounds good. Yeah. You
Let's hope
absolutely
it's
can
not
do that.
radium.
Well, I mean, I work mostly with metal.
Yes, but I'm just
Yeah.
hoping it's not one of those newfangled metals.
Is it ferrous?
It is not magnetic.
Does it glow?
It's
in the
And
metal.
the
dark?
ore is in crates that are marked with the symbol of the Baroness of Bakersfield,
Ah,
Yvonne Sakata.
is
What
she
do we know
psychotic?
about the Baroness of Bakersfield?
She is the Baroness of Bakersfield.
So
Is
she
she
can't have
related to
children.
the butcher of Bakersfield?
That's what it says.
All right.
She is the most barren.
And on the side,
all in Bakersfield.
and on the side is written the word Midtown.
Well, we're going to Phoenix, correct?
What it says.
No, but
So,
we are personally
yep.
going to Phoenix. Okay.
Do we know if the men we've detained have a leader?
They will give you their 19th century equivalent of name, rank, and serial number.
Okay.
Who's the
I'm going to
highest
spend
ranked?
a meta point
Okay.
to go
Oh.
over one so that I can
He never
activate
does
my
this.
polyglot ability
Yep.
and talk to them native tongue to
Absolutely.
native tongue. So
Yeah,
what
yeah, yeah.
happens if the shipment reaches Phoenix? I am the one alone who could stop this train, turn it around, divert it. I'm sure you recognize me.
I really like it when Matt breaks the game.
It's cool.
He spits in your face.
Oh!
Ooh, zing!
Need help.
Another meta point.
Shit's about to
It's
get
like people raising in poker.
I know.
Let's try this again. What happens if the shipment reaches Midtown in Phoenix? You want it stopped, I can stop it.
Then everything ends.
How? Do you know?
Fool. He leans back. You know nothing. You can stop nothing.
You know nothing, you can stop nothing. Maybe it's a riddle.
Wait, if
I guess a chair. Is it a chair?
That's
he
the answer to the
he
riddle.
said that it all ends, but does it all end if it gets there or if it stops?
What ends?
What ends?
What is the end?
They're trying to stop the train.
May I
Right,
make a
but-
roll to see if these are other meta pilots?
We
Sure,
would be able
absolutely.
to tell, wouldn't
I don't know. I'm
we?
assuming
We've always
I'd be
been able to tell before.
But I would like to. I would like
It's
to.
a valid question. Go ahead.
What can I roll?
Give me some form of either a soul roll or a psychology roll, something along those lines, depending on which character you want to use.
Okay, I'm gonna spend 3 meta points and go over here so that I can use psychology better. Sweet. I beat it by 3.
You can tell these guys are not meta pilots, but they are 100% convinced of the mission they were assigned to, and
Can I try some empathy with
they hate you.
them? So empathy
As
will
a group.
not work.
They hate you with a burning, burning passion.
What if I said I also want to stop this train? Let us join forces.
You've already been in combat and all
Okay.
that stuff. It's-
All right. All right.
Stop the train.
Me?
Stop the train.
Are we far enough away from the zombies?
Yeah.
You've gotten free from the zombies.
Okay, so I can go to the engine room and stop the train.
Stop the train.
All right. I stop the train.
Go back to them.
You'll have to convince the engineers.
Well, I already saved him.
Stop the train.
I'm the king of Yosemite.
Remember, I just need to say this to you. Remember that you are on a fairly secret mission on a collaborator train heading to Phoenix. For most of the people who are here, support the side that you represent the opposite of. So just, as your GM, just stepping in for one moment to remind you that you can totally do this. Just please keep in mind that there can and will be repercussions for all decisions.
Don't stop the train.
Well, I'm saying if we stop the train, maybe they'll be more of what. Then it's a matter of we've given them what they want. We can start it up again whenever we want. It's maybe they'll talk because we'd be taking something away then.
As Jenica, I'm going to talk to Nick for a second. I have training in empathy, and I can tell you they are not. They hate us, and it does not matter what we give them.
What if I took over one and jumped underneath the tracks?
If you took under one, I understand what you're talking
Oh,
about.
they're willing to die.
I think they're willing to die. I got that impression.
That was the first thing they said.
Do I have access to their memories when they're commandeered?
Loosely. Very loose. You'll have to do some checks to see how much
It's
you
getting
know.
really intense.
All right. Two
No,
more.
I'm loving it. This has nothing to do with... I can throw this thing over here right now.
Two more over, and then I take over the one I was talking to. I
Cool.
access his memory. I find out what the heck that is and where it's going.
I know. Oh, God.
45 minutes.
As you leap into his body, you get fleeting images and memories from his past, including the situation in which he and the rest of his team were being briefed on the mission they were being assigned to. And as they were not in charge, they were only given what they needed to know for their mission. But it was driven into them by the people they work for, which would be the, what do I want to say? That they were sent by some of the city-states of Central California to this train to stop it from reaching the dam.
Now, aren't the Californians on our side?
I wonder if we're the cargo that they don't want to get there for some reason.
I will relay this to them. Yeah, hop back out.
Right.
I say we keep going on the train.
He looks mildly confused and a little scared of you and your, for lack of a better term, witchcraft. But I mean, to be somewhat breaking GM-ishness, I mean, these are trained special forces. They are not going to easily speak anything to you beyond the basics.
And that's the same thing that was stopping us before.
Yeah, well, now we have a sense. It's like, so they were sent by the city-states in California, specifically to keep this train from reaching Phoenix. So here's the decision we have to make. Should we stop the train as well?
Like, is the thing that is is the thing that is
But weren't we
dire,
also
is it
told
dire
that
for
if
us?
we stop the dam,
Specifically,
that would end everything?
Yu Ling, who is the Duchess of Lodi.
There's wine there.
I was stuck in there again.
In where? Lodi?
A Lodi
Imperialist supporter?
No.
Industrialist.
Sympathizer?
No, she's been firmly allied with the Western Alliance.
So then maybe that's the thing we're trying to figure out.
Yeah,
now.
that maybe
is it
doesn't
better
make
for
any
our
sense
side
then.
to stop the train?
Yeah.
We could stop the train. Maybe we could take some horses, take
And
a more
then-
circuitous route.
Unless we are the cargo, they don't want to go to the dam.
Well, we think it's that big car full of metal, which for some reason I cannot identify.
You took a
You
sample
do
of
still have access to Wilbur's plane, which is in one of the other cargo trains.
Plane was.
Or cargo
You might
cars.
ask about my plane.
You did ask about his
I want
fucking
my plane.
But you don't enjoy flying your plane. Would you mind
I don't like
flying?
heights, but I.
Would you mind flying us into low level toward the dam?
Here's
I'll go high.
Maybe
Alright.
that's what we do here. We
When
can
they go low, we go high.
What do you say then? Because I have to go back to being Teddy in a minute or so here.
Right.
We scuttle the train, take the more circuitous route, finish the mission.
They would not be looking up for any intruders.
Are we taking this metal, non-metal?
No, we're leaving the
You
metal.
couldn't
We're
carry
leaving
it
all
with
that. We're just
He's got a sample that he's
He has
taking
a
with
sample.
him.
He doesn't
You
have
have a
we're just
sample,
gonna
and
dip
if you
out.
like, you could.
I'll take a bigger sample.
You could definitely
Please do.
sabotage the train to the point where it will be a while before it can continue on its travel.
I think this is a good plan.
I think that's a great plan.
Crash, you want to break the train?
I'll just be candid with you. You're not going to be able to convince the engineers to stop because they have a job to do.
I could
And they don't know who
incapacitate
the hell you are.
Yes.
Do we have our upgrade?
Yes, you do.
Well, you know, funny thing about a geyser in the middle of a steam engine.
Tends to cool it off real fast.
does. Real
a couple
quick.
hours before it could start up again.
What could be better than that?
Could
Are you going to
derail.
geyser the engine?
Yeah.
So, as you guys are chugging along on the train and discussing what to do, once you've reached the decision that you do, for a fact, as a group, want to stop this train, yes, one of the fastest, simplest ways of doing this is that Mr. Jebediah climbs on top of one of the cars that he has a clean shot at the engine, unleashes his geyser out of nowhere. The sudden onslaught of cold, super chilled, basically, water hitting that very hot metal
Super expensive.
engine destroys
The
the engine. It erupts in just an explosion beyond measure, sending pieces of shrapnel flying this way and that. That engine will never be repaired.
Fucking awesome. Oh, right, I gotta go.
Science is cool.
You know, we may have just
Use my boat.
ruined the war for everyone, but I suppose
No,
that
we can still get there. We
doesn't
got-
matter as long as we're on mission.
You don't have a buff, but you have 2 points you can drop, Nick, to go midway.
I thought I had a buff.
You used it earlier.
Oh,
It
well,
wasn't-
then I'll use two back. This doesn't feel right.
You don't have to wear it. While we are
And so
we
you were
flying
then
now?
able to, after you do this, to, the folks running the train company. Ladies and gentlemen, it does appear that our engine has exploded, and we will be coming to a complete stop. We do apologize for any and all inconvenience that this may have presented to you. We will do our best to keep you fed and safe while we wait for repairs, but we'll be honest with you, it will probably be a matter of weeks. And we're not exactly sure how this is going to end. Thank you for riding MacGuffin Railways. We know that you have a lot of options when you travel, and we do appreciate your business.
They're worse than United.
So you were able to get Wilbur's plane out of storage, his flying machine, his aeroplane with an AE, get it back together and up in the air so that it can fly off and take you in the direction
I'm on
of
the wing,
dam.
still bare-breasted, while we are flying.
I have taken off my clothes.
I have asked several times that she cover herself.
Sounds good.
I sent Taft home.
I'm
You
taking off
critted, you snake-eyed your training roll on Taft. So,
You do some
yeah,
fancy
Taft
rolls.
knows exactly how to get there.
Excellent.
Taft is actually smarter than many of the other passengers on that train.
Indeed, he is. Have him say hi to Hartley.
You will. So as you are
No one?
I don't know who Hartley is.
Taft Hartley? No one?
I got you, Oakley.
I apologize because I just remembered something.
All the various things we have to
I
do.
had to sign one or two of those.
Okay.
I need you to vamp for a moment. Cover
Okay,
for
That
me.
is not a problem.
So we're
I'm
gonna
with you.
fly in the plane,
To the dam.
to the dam.
Where we are going to disable the power plant. Not destroy the dam.
No,
Disable the power plant.
With all of our clothes on.
I was thinking
With
while
all of our clothes on. Look, Jonathan is paying attention, everyone.
Jonathan seems out of character.
I was just thinking while we were in these current positions that we were in that we could still talk to Nick a little bit and see if we could convince him to come back to our reality.
Maybe not while we are in flight.
Well, again, they can't track me while we're moving. Not as well, anyway.
That's fine, but this is a two-seater plane and there are 5 of us on it.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
and I'm incredibly intoxicated.
Are you flying intoxicated? I don't feel like that's a smart decision. Aren't your...
To be fair, there are no other
Impaired?
planes in the sky.
We're not even sure it's a bad idea yet since he's the first pilot of all time.
I just know that alcohol tends to influence people's decision making, and
We could literally say 100% of airplane pilots fly while drunk.
at least right now.
And actually, I think if we actually only the sober ones seem to crash.
That's true.
Because
We think.
Drink up, Wilbur.
not until we have something to
Courage to
fuel the vehicle.
This is why I prefer my solitude.
So, how exactly are we gonna deal?
Hashtag MetaPoint quick hype.
You got two.
Woohoo! Later, fuckers.
They weren't on the screen. We didn't know.
Bullying as God intended. From above. Chestfully.
No, there were two. I saw it.
There was two.
Yep.
I was about to
Can I
steal
touch
one.
your chest?
Oh, I'm all the way over
I'm
here.
secretly in the bag.
Touch ye the chest of a king.
Oh, Lord.
I love kings.
Well, I'm assuming you're snuggling because we're on the...
No,
tiny
we're
little
vamping.
Two-seated...
See.
I know.
We'll get there eventually.
How fast do these little planes go?
They were
Not
fast enough.
not very.
Not very
fast.
fast.
It's like a kite with a
Fast
go-kart.
on.
You know those ultralights with little fans on the back?
I remember.
About
Remember
that
the
close.
thing
Perfect the art of making it land.
Wait, I remember that from
like a
Not getting
wheel?
it up.
a wheel. That might be an
If you put
interesting...
wheels on the bottom, that'll probably help.
Yeah, because we've crash landed, what, thrice?
Inventors are always perfecting their...
It'll be amazing when they finally get to the aircraft aluminum stage of things.
We were
Into the facility to take out.
I was...
right
Ladies
in.
first.
I remember during
They'll
our...
shoot at us.
During our stealth
Oh,
mission,
yeah.
you and I happened to divide the party in such a way that have skills in demolition. I thought that we perhaps could divide the party the other direction and
and
find
if you-
success.
Indeed, Miss Dickinson has a great plan, as Mr. Gatling has said that it is an impossible shot. So clearly, I must
Right.
go with him on the stealth mission, so
No,
I
no,
can
I-
perform the impossible
I thought
shot.
that I could take you to the impossible
The
because it's from
impossible
very
shot
far
from an
away,
impossibly
long
hard
distance
to shoot
away.
from location.
You make an excellent point. Never mind.
And I need your protection, as I am not as skilled with guns.
Do not lower yourself. You are a brilliant warrior.
Yes, I am.
Indeed, you do not need my protection, nor do you need the protection of these other. I will go with you to the impossible shot, which is not impossible for me because nothing is.
I would like to learn from you so that I can improve my gun skills.
So why don't we just sneak in and have Richard over there just yank the actual generator right out of the foundation?
I think that's great.
I mean, it's an idea as good an idea as any. As long
Big
as we get
punch.
to the generator, I'm certain that I can stop the generator. It is, after all, which I think has most of the properties of regular metal.
Yes.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Well, since I will be with Miss Annie Oakley, will anybody be with Teddy? What?
I was counting on.
As
Me
the
taking
two of
both?
you are flying along, or the two of you, as the group of you are flying along having this conversation about how you should best approach the situation you find yourself in, a second plane, out of nowhere, a second aeroplane comes flying up in parallel next to you. And Will, the other right brother,
Ow.
he tips his wings a bit and says, "Hey bro, how's it going?
What's good, homie?
Hey, I know this is random, but my passenger here, this guy, his name is Hoover or something. He's supposed to he's been looking for that Teddy guy that you're hanging out with." And you see this man dressed in a five-piece suit and tie, sitting behind Orville, looking over at you, Teddy, and going like this.
Land the plane.
Shit.
And yes, the two Wright brothers come flying into a stop.
Hold back, hold back,
we
hold
did
back.
not
Wait for the
crash.
moment, wait for the moment, wait for the moment.
That's because I
And
I do not recognize you from history, but you have the unbearable presence of a president.
Oh, well, that is yet to be seen. However, I have sought you long and far and wide for the express purpose.
To a rap duel, sir?
As it were, yes.
As a duel?
As it were. It has been my great against the best.
Chris just asked.
Started wiping his down at the start of the show when the hack attack first happened. Chad identified
Is
it.
that a character, Hoover, or?
The challenged, I name Gatling my second.
Dun, dun, dun.
I wasn't so much mad at you,
Not my
Chris, as
brother.
pointing out your brilliance.
Yeah.
Take
It
him
wasn't
down,
brilliant.
Your Majesty.
I fully expect.
Let us know if you need one of our boys to lay.
A second. I needed one more moment of vamping.
But we vamped for such a long time.
Situation.
Oh, I absolutely know, but that was her that said that. Look at them things.
I indeed am ready. Shall I then go first?
No, I'm ready.
Collaborate and listen.
There you go.
Bring it, Hoover.
For your life.
Yeah, I could use a beat. Yeah.
Just once?
Boy. Yeah, something.
You all looking at me like I was gonna get
This man is very stiff, I should admit. Not in that way.
This is anniversary.
My name, it is Hoover, the ever-loving Herbert. You know I appraise my time is often ended up going wrong. But in hindsight, you know, I'll look great next to Dawn. That's okay. I'm also studying Motown. But next week, I get to sit over there. So I don't...
Well played, Mr.
Look
Obi.
how I like the beat. About this. Remember what we talked about.
He was clinging to the plane.
This one's going to be, I'm going to play with meter a bit here. Ready, here we go, yo. Try to keep it steady. Well, I'm impressed. It takes a lot to throw down against a Roosevelt. If you can think you can possibly win me, keep it up, take your best shot, and you'll wind up just like Billy McKinley. So young, so dumb. Well, you were still spitting out your mama's. Your mother biblically slid inside her at her invitation, and that's how your mama became a Rough Rider.
Drop the mic.
Goes back over to... silently, the plane takes off and flies off into the distance.
Man, that Hoover guy, he sucks.
Damn. To the dam!
Wright's flying machine,
Would
his
his brother
aeroplane.
also help us so that we can be in two planes and not quite
No,
as
the other plane
squished?
left. Damn. They're having problems on Twitch right now. They're skipping all over the place. So,
Oh no.
Well, that sucks because that rap was so
I
good.
know. They're going to see if we'll do it later. I'll let him do his later.
What?
I know.
I got one too, just in case.
Oh, that's
You
right.
were one too?
I'm sorry, I forgot to.
Great.
I know, but they should be able to hear that without skipping.
That was one of the hack attacks, right? That rap battle? Wasn't that a hack?
Yes, that was
Okay,
one of the hack
good.
attacks.
Does that work?
Then you should pull that off of there because that 4 is still scaring
It's
the shit
stressing
out of
us
us.
out. We have the rule of cool in the
Could be
middle.
worse.
Oh.
So as you come on down, you situate yourself in a location where you are able to have a land right on the dam, because that would be impossible. Not that it would ever stop this show, but what you see before you is a very large concrete dam with the beginnings of this power plant. You can't see that part, but you can see with the base of the dam. You can see construction work taking place, and there are various workers hacking around. Is that correct?
Yes,
So you can put those on if you want and start.
I will,
spotting
and I
what's
will
going
begin
on.
rotating to scout out the area.
So as you do that, you see a lot of things. You notice that there are guards all around this dam, trying to protect it, presumably.
Right.
You don't know anything about
Trees?
botany? Botany. Do you know anything about botany?
Arborotany?
No, although biological sciences would fall under botany.
You can give me a roll, and actually, Johnny, you give me one too, or you would just know this. You remember you passed through this way years ago. And it's been decades.
Yes.
$11 from 14.
Yeah.
So 3.
So you notice that there are, it's been winter, but you notice that there is a stand of trees near the dam that are,
Surprisingly leafy.
yes, and blooming and sending into the air seeds floating on the wind. It's all cottonwood seed that is floating on the wind, very much out of time and space. You could almost say that these are renegade cottonwood trees, blowing their pollen through the air. And as you look down at the dam, you see one of the guards, and because you have such an amazing zoom in
Yeah,
on your
I'll
Gatling
zoom
gun,
right in.
you notice that one of the guards who's walking along has on his uniform a name. And you can just make it out. It says Kramer. And the cottonwood seems to, the cottonwood pollen. Seems to be floating around him and such, and he seems to be reacting poorly to it.
Is he allergic to it?
He seems to be allergic, and he starts sniffling and coughing and sneezing and such. And as this is going around, he starts rubbing at his eyes, and he isn't really paying attention or anything like that. And the damnedest thing happens. He hits the edge of the dam, and oh my God, he goes flying over the side of it, sliding
Walks right off the edge.
bouncing off the dam, skimming down, not dying, mind you, just many
Just falling,
abrasions
really
and terrified out of his
Broken
gourd.
bones?
Skimming down towards the construction site at the bottom, where some of the construction workers, including a lone carpenter, doesn't see him coming, and he smacks in, and they both go flying into the river, never to be seen again.
Oh.
All because of that renegade cottonwood tree that Johnny planted some 20, 30 years earlier.
I remember that.
And somehow it happened to go into bloom right there. It's just the damnedest thing.
Who'd have thunk it?
Anyways, the guards continue on what they're doing, and no one else really seems to pay attention to what happened to those two.
They barely even count.
And so then they just kind of, it's time for you to figure out what you want to do next.
Professor, is there a good place that Annie could see the impossible shot that I should follow along as to learn her skill? Professor, there was a good place for Annie to do an impossible shot that I should go with her. Where is that?
Well, it depends on where we plant the explosives, doesn't it?
I'm asking where I should go with her to learn her skill.
Oh, somewhere on that ridge will probably be fine.
Oh, excellent.
But before we leave, Mr. Gatling, after seeing the display of what happened with those other two men, do you, by chance, have one of your weapons, if you just move it, crank it enough that the wind blows, for example, more of the cotton towards those men, so that perhaps we could get rid of other ones?
Well, I was thinking instead of using pollen and seeds this time, I will use what I initially used when I was trying to make a seed planter and just fire bullets at them very fast.
So I forgot to tell you when you were on the train earlier, and I do apologize that this didn't come up. Well, it doesn't matter that it didn't come up then. I can just tell you this right now. So, Teddy, you notice there's all these guards around doing their thing and such. You notice that off on the other side of the dam, there appears to be this coalescing of mist happening. Kind of a fog coming up. And in this fog, there's also some bright lights starting to crackle and such. And as a denizen of the American Southwest, you were quite familiar with the stories of the Spirit of the West, which you have seen yourself from time to time in your travels around Yosemite. And you're not super concerned, although you might decide to relate to the others that the Spirit of the West has been known to be rumored to drop certain mystical, magical qualities at times, things that were unexpected.
Our arrival has been heralded. Look, do you see? The Spirit of the West.
Will it be?
Watches us now.
Would it be?
Well, that means it's on our side since we are the Westerners, right?
Indeed,
And
it's
some claim that the Spirit of the West can even manifest itself as mirages. Mirages so lifelike that it's almost as if it was real.
I'll relate this, and do not let your senses fool you.
Then now is the time to strike. Let's move.
I
And
agree. Go.
You hear a shout of alarm from the dam. And as you look across towards the dam, you notice all of the guards are starting to go running towards where this cloud was, the spirit, as it were.
Away
And
from the dam.
away from the dam. And you hear, actually, it's auditory, you hear the sound of what can only be described as a large metallic creature slamming its feet down, walking, slamming into the ground again and again, just boom, 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 boom.
Weird sound.
Can we tell if the metal is the same as the metal that was on
And
the
then
train?
flashes of light emanating from this cloud in almost a beam-like shape. Blasts of energy flying out that all of your reason tells you cannot be real. There's no way that this can be real. And yet in glimpses in the fog, in the mist, you see what could only be described as a large walking bipedal creature of some sort.
Of metal.
Nearly, I could only describe it as 2 levels high or so.
That's mind-boggling.
Just a master of battle, as it were.
A master of battle.
It's almost like a giant metal warrior.
Firing off towards the crowd, firing off towards the dam. And the guards go running towards it, and from your vantage point, you can't tell if it's real or not.
Are the people dying?
But they are clearly running towards it in full distraction.
I think maybe that cottonwood.
And as this is happening, you notice another coalescing of the mist in your presence. And a man appears before you.
Oh my god. In front of the mech? Or,
He's
I'm
grizzled,
sorry, the robot?
grizzled and gray-haired with a goatee. And he looks over at you all. Actually, specifically, just looks over at Johnny, at Mr. Johnny Appleseed, and nods as if knowingly. He tips his hat a bit and takes it off and sets it on the ground. And then the cloud passes away. And he's no longer there.
Oh, but now I see it.
And for some reason, Johnny decides that hat looks a lot better than the one he's been wearing. So he picks it up and plops it on his head.
Gotta have my bag, don't you know?
Absolutely. You
Has
got
the
some
apples in
special
it.
Got all
apples
my
in there,
apples in
Mr.
it.
Johnny Appleseed. But right now, you've got a free shot at the dam because none of the guards are paying attention. They're still dealing with this weird mirage situation off in the distance.
Dr. Gatling, if you would.
I'm gonna go with Rosie to
Oh, sorry, yes, of
the
course.
ridge.
I was distracted by the thing. I have no idea what I just saw.
Yes. Rosie, maybe we want to go around that thing.
You're gonna go pull the power, right?
You've got a straight shot towards the dam right now.
I say we go. Let's go.
We are going.
I'm running.
Let's just go for it.
I tried, Professor.
We're running.
I tried.
Looks like that's the way it's gotta go.
So you go running towards the dam.
To the power plant next to the dam. Wait, is it next to the dam?
It'd be in it,
In
wouldn't
the
it?
dam?
On the side.
We're going the correct direction, correct?
Yeah.
We know
and,
where the power plant is.
Yes, because earlier in the session, Mr. Tesla made a roll to see how good of a schematic he drew for you.
And he drew
And
well.
he balled it.
Good.
I don't even know if that's a term, but he
Thank
still
you,
did
Mr.
it.
Tesla.
It was really good.
I don't know if it's a term, but I like it.
He did. He did a great
do.
job.
Ballatore.
And yeah, so the schematics he drew for you were fantastic. So you were able to get inside the dam,
Okay.
and given the abilities and such that that Mr. Wright and Mr. Gatling have, it won't take much for you to figure out ways to break down this the control systems for this dam and prevent it from doing what it's doing. Although if you wish, you could do some more damage to it or such.
Oh, I don't need to do any extra damage
Yeah.
to it. It's a dam. Dams hold rivers and keep towns from flooding.
Okay.
That's something that only dams and chat can really do. I don't want to be one of those guys.
That's fair.
I'm gonna leave that up to them.
That's fair.
I'm just here for the
Cool.
Power.
Cool.
to depower it in some way.
You have access to your swarm attack as
I
well, by the
do.
way,
So
which you could use to help them with what
Yeah,
they're
I'm
doing.
gonna just mess up anything
They could
you
direct
want.
you on where to
So I
place
can
it.
swarm, and you just point my nano wasps, and they'll just like melt stuff, fry stuff, bite stuff, so that it's gonna be months before this thing gets back online.
Absolutely. You were able to tear this thing to pieces. You're able
Yes.
to just chop it up and rip it to pieces.
Yes. Do you want me to roll to tell you how good I did on that?
No, it's good. Oh, sure. Go ahead and give me the roll. You look so disappointed.
I got a 6.
Oh, you did? You nailed that roll.
I know.
Yeah, so you were able to just chop this thing up and tear it up a bunch. And yeah, you guys as a group, you do feel after beating down various components within it and such, you are able to incapacitate this dam to the extent that you do not believe it will be working anytime soon. You've done months worth, if not more, damage to this thing. And when you leave the dam back in the direction from whence you came, you see the guards seem to be just standing around confused now, because while that mist is still there, you notice there are no scorch marks. There's nothing to indicate that anything was ever physically present.
Sorry, I couldn't be there for cotton. But I can bring a hashtag Jebediah for these masters of this metaverse.
Shimmy.
Specifically, Jebediah. Hashtag space Russia number 4 cotton.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Thanks,
Shimmy.
Shimmy.
Yeah, you're able to get away from the dam, and you realize you were, while you were there though, you did manage to find some documentation that you thought might be worth looking at when you had a better moment. When you had more time.
I stored it in my bustle.
Sounds good. So you get away from the dam, you fly off on Wilbur's machine, and you're all feeling good about this process and such. And Mr. Gatling, you are flipping through all the stuff that you've read and kind of getting through it and seeing what is in there. And you find in this paperwork from the dam references to what the dam's original purpose had been and what it had been being used for. And that was it was being used to help refine this special metal that was being brought out towards the dam.
Oh, what are they calling it?
They're calling it uranium. And there's apparently some sort of project back in Manhattan that the industrialists are preparing to unleash upon the West.
Oh dear.
As Jenica, can I instruct everyone to wrap this and toss it?
And then,
No. As soon as I got this.
Okay.
Then another hack attack drops off, pushing you 3 points towards pilot, Mr. Teddy.
Just me?
Yep.
Okay.
And as that happens, you have a round or so to speak to them in whatever way you want.
He's gonna speak to us?
That's
You guys can chat.
All right.
I can get you out. Just like we talked about.
What you talked about when?
I knew I could trust him.
Well, you can trust us.
I don't know that I can trust you.
Me? Specifically me?
Any of you.
Oh.
But I know I can.
Go ahead.
Obviously, he can't come back with us
Why not?
because they make him kill people.
What?
Think about it. Why would you need a guy that can put his consciousness into other guys other than to pretend to be other people that you've taken out?
Wait, you mean not just here, like
Anyway,
in the...
why do you think you're doing this? They are harvesting abilities that imprint upon your pilot. You're not leaving the program.
Ever?
No, they're going to turn you into an agent. Why do you think they want a shut-in who could punch through a wall? Or a random geyser in the middle of any sort of electronic situation? You could fry anything, drown someone in the top of a building. A woman who can turn into a cloud of wasps?
That is handy. Could I take that into the real world?
Have you tried?
No, I mean, they never let us do anything. We just go back into the pods.
The first time we went back.
You start feeling a tingle.
Oh, crap.
It's our clothes, remember? She fixed our clothes. It goes both ways.
Can you get my pod out of there?
Oh, yeah.
Then you start feeling a familiar sensation in the back of your head, and your eyes start glazing, flashes
Get me
start
out of
appearing, tinnitus starts going
got
off,
you.
and your ears are ringing.
Got you.
And you find yourself hurtled back through space and time
got you.
and landing back full pilot in the Metapod room. At least 5 of you do. I'm not sure if all 6 of you do. All 6 of you do?
He said he said he's got me, so yeah.
The pods pop open, and you see Colonel Richardson and Dr. Simpkins standing there,
I jump
looking
on them.
very, very happy.
Hi,
As
Steve.
you start to jump, you feel a very friendly force that you can't identify holding you back. And it doesn't feel threatening. It feels safe, like it's protecting you. And they look at you all and say, "Team, we thank you so much for your work."
Bite me.
You're very welcome.
And a group of attendants comes over,
That one was the most fun yet.
looking at Nick, and says, "Mr. Krieger?"
He doesn't understand so good
He
yet.
holds out a hand as if basically giving you the option of easy way or a hard way.
How about you get the fuck away from him?
Hey, he just needs to be reintegrated into society. It
Rosie,
requires
you
some-
hear this little voice in the back of your head telling you it's going to be okay.
Whose voice?
Feels familiar. Almost fluffy, as it were. What do you do, Nick?
Close the pod, jump into him.
It doesn't work. As soon as you close the pod, they slap a lock on the sides of it,
Do it away.
and they start wheeling you away. And a couple of the other attendants look at the rest of you and say, "We thank you for your assistance and support."
Crash.
Do it
Clearly,
Do it awake.
I can't do it awake.
and you can't communicate anymore, unfortunately.
Nano wasps.
They don't seem to be where you had them. And they look at you and say, "We thank you for your assistance, for your work." Clearly, Nick is still traumatized from his experience
Let me talk to
in
him.
the other reality.
I have
We have
psychological
trained
training.
professionals who will be helping him to reintegrate himself.
I am
and-
better than they are.
and
Let
help
me
him
talk
to understand exactly what he's been through and return back to a place that will be more comfortable and safe for him.
Am I blocked from beating the crap out of anyone else in this room?
Every time you try to, you feel this same invisible force holding you back and just kind of stroking the back of your hair, but there's nothing there. And
Put my clothes on.
Crash gets dressed. You are all very upset. And they do their best to kind of smooth talk the situation, but clearly it doesn't work. You have dinner that evening in a fairly silent way. And eventually you all return back to your quarters.
I try to do stuff.
That evening, before heading to bed, Crash goes about his nighttime ritual, walking throughout the facility, saying goodnight to everyone,
Good night, Crash.
giving hugs, saying goodbye.
Goodbye.
Good night, excuse me.
Good night.
Good night.
I'm not sure what he says to you guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Have you tried anything?
And then-
While we're hugging, have you tried to use anything?
I really like you guys.
I like you
You're my
too. Have you
friends.
tried to use anything, Crash?
I don't need to try.
And and so you all head back to your rooms, including Crash. And Crash, as he gets into his bedroom that evening, what does Crash do?
Oh, well, as I was going through the facility that night into every room to hug everyone goodnight, like
Yeah,
I
you
usually...
know this facility like the back of your hand.
Yeah, so where are they keeping Nick?
You're not sure right now.
Even though he went in every single room?
Yeah, they wouldn't have shown him where that area was.
Right, but I know what areas are off limits, so I can narrow it down.
You have a realistic shot. You know where your room is in relation to the rest of the facility.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what do you want to do?
I would like to make a big hole, and you know where, but not without keeping my promise. So
I think Crash is smart enough to know that he can keep his promise, but he might need help to do so.
right.
So you bust a hole in the outside
Can
wall.
I ask one question?
Yeah.
Marcus,
Yeah.
Is he in the facility?
Yes.
Tessa, is she in the facility?
You've not seen her.
No, I haven't. Who else haven't I seen?
You have not seen the one you met who you simply knew as the agent.
The
We have
Valdez
5 minutes,
Villa?
by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, Valdez de Villa. Do we see the person who was Valdez de Villa?
No, we
I'm
have
sorry?
5 minutes, by the way.
Yeah, no, I still have to figure it out. I'm sorry. My plan was to grab him and go.
Uh-huh. Yep.
But if he's not in facility, I scan. Because
It's
I
a
want to get all
short-range
my
scan.
friends, but I can only take the one.
It's a 25-foot. God damn it.
Or I just do it all next week.
Sure, you were able to find the room that Nick is in.
Okay. I don't wake him up or anything.
Mhm.
I mean, I imagine
He's under lock and key, but somehow you managed to get through all of that and pass the guards and do what you want.
Oh, if there's guards and stuff, then no. I'll just go.
Okay.
I don't want to have to hurt anybody.
Okay. Cool.
Right out the door.
You punch a hole in the wall, or you?
If I can just go to the door, I'll go to the door.
They would stop you if you tried.
Then I punch a hole in the wall.
There we go.
Big kick. Just.
So you head up to the wall and you give it a punch and pop through and walk off into the darkness. And we will find out what happens to Crash and everyone else down the road. I know we have 2 waffles we got to fit in, and we have 3 minutes to do it. Is that possible, or do we need to delay some for next week?
I can delay one for next week.
Okay.
But
take your pick. That Blink 182 one is hilarious.
Yes, I know, but I've got a lot of things.
Are we saving the other things that we didn't get to till next week?
We'll hold a couple things over. Some of them we won't. So we'll figure it all out.
What are you trying to hold?
Oh, I was just talking about the
She was
other
asking
stuff.
about busts and stuff. So while Christian is figuring out what the heck he is going to do in terms of music in just a moment. Yeah, so the rest of the team is still inside the facility, but Crash has wandered off into the dark to we don't know where. And I'm excited to find that out myself.
Me too, man.
Do you need a guitar or?
Nope.
Okay.
No, this is going to be more of a clap and whistle kind of thing.
Awesome.
Can you vamp?
Yeah, so we are still going to be here next week, 6 p.m. Oh, that's something I should say. If you are heading out to Gen Con this summer, please go ahead and look up Zombie Orpheus Entertainment, because we have a ton of events we are doing there, RPG sessions, as well as several screenings. We're going to be debuting The Gamers Season 0, a new web series, Journey Quest Season 3. We have 2 live shows we're doing, 2 live improvised RPG shows, The Gamers Live. One Friday night, one Saturday afternoon. You'll see several familiar faces there. Myself, Mags, Christian, Steve, who you know as Mac from DFA, will be in that show as well. Matt Shimkus will be showing up for part of that too, who you know as Sokolov, and maybe we'll force him to do a Russian accent, because that would be awesome. And you will see other familiar faces out there. So please, if you're heading to Gen Con, take a look at what we have going on. Was that enough vamping? I can keep going.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
So if I'm picking one waffle, I'm going to go with the first one I wrote.
Sweet.
It was Gaiaka. And
Sweet.
it was RPG gaming, which I have done. And it was 80s hair metal.
Oh.
Which sounds crappy on an acoustic guitar, except that every 80s hair metal band wrote at least one crappy acoustic guitar song so they could sell albums.
Truth.
So, you'll probably recognize it because I've never played it before today, and it you don't even need to, like,
Okay.
it's nothing.
All right.
Okay.
Hope I can do this. If your camp is surrounded by orcs in the dead of the night, I'm the very last wizard that you want to wake up to put in the fight. No lightning, no fire, raising the dead, no blinding them with the light. But I specialize in dealing
divination. So I knew you would be alright, and I knew you'd sing. Every mage has his school, just like every warlock is cruel, just like every paladin is a great big tool. Every mage has his school. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Christian Doyle. I know we have 2 more waffles for next week. Thank you, chat, for all your help. Matt and James and Kelly, thank you for your contributions tonight. And we will see you guys again down the road. Next week, we welcome back Lisa and Vanessa, which should be a lot of fun. And thanks for hanging out with us on Masters of the Metaverse.
Bye, guys. Thanks.
Take care. Have a good night.